Hello everyone, Zone Spec 33. This is BOTemzUp podcast, where we are always drunk on games, or tired. This is episode 23, and with me as always are my two co-hosts, Blueblazingdemon and TM Sonic 1228. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hey guys, what's up? Woohoo, blue. Woo!
Woohoo, I'm blue. Yes, I'm TM.
Yes, you're TM.
And we established this.
And we have two new members to our podcasting group, to the official BOTemzUp crew. We
New
got...
challenger approaching.
What?
New challenger approaching.
New challengers approaching.
Yes.
I should probably turn you guys up a little bit. Don't want to get any echo. We got first. He's been 2 podcasts before as a guest. Our only guest we've actually had ever. And now he's an official member. Helfinator.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Or
And
thanks for
then
letting me
You
join.
sound excited.
I know, I'm so excited to
fuck
be
you.
in the
I'm
podcast,
tired.
huh?
Hey, it's better than his last time.
I
Hey,
suppose.
it's just,
Hey, I'm here. I'm a guy.
No, last time he didn't reply at all.
yeah, that's funny. Here's Helfinator.
Oh, right.
Cricket.
Alright,
Hell,
and
I'm back.
And our other new member, we've mentioned him a whole bunch on the podcast, but he hasn't been on before. But now we're gonna finally let him defend himself. Shotzrox.
Okay, shush you.
By the
You
way,
don't get to do your own musical interlude.
I just,
What is this?
I just did it. It just
It's not a
happened.
musical interlude.
I'll give him this. At least he's energetic.
Well, he did wake up like I asked him to, so
yeah,
that's good.
wake up. Yeah, that's what it is.
Sorry, we're gonna complain about being tired the entire time.
Oh, by the way, did I
That's
mention
okay,
I'm
I'm
tired?
I already know the name of this podcast, so.
Hey, I'm tired.
Also, I just,
I'm also tired.
Where we are always sleepy on games.
Sleepy Bot.
And we are sleepy.
I would also like to mention that this is part 23, which means it's Michael Jordan's number, so it's only fitting. He has 4 championship
Cool. I didn't know
rings.
that.
I want 4 championship rings. Or wait, it's like 8 or something. He's got a lot.
Anyway.
Best at what he
I didn't know
does.
Cool.
You know, the
Anywho.
only time I ever mention sports is when, like, the playoffs are on TV.
Hey, man, the playoffs are on
Which
TV.
was, like, twice.
Football playoffs. Oh!
I remember reporting this podcast last year, and I was watching, like, the Bengals-Texans game.
Mm-hmm.
Sound.
What was it?
Wow.
You started giving updates in the middle of the
Yep.
podcast?
It's okay.
Yeah, that was a
I thought
good
they-
podcast right there. Because that's relevant now if you listen to it.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching like the Philadelphia Eagles at a Super Mario Park. They were at who were they? It was I don't even remember, man. It was long ago. It was like 3 years ago.
Oh yeah, you might want to say you guys are Let's Players, right?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, you
guys
should
gotta
probably
like,
give a little
introduce
bit
yourself
background on
at the
each
same time, so you can conflict with each other, just so it amuses me.
Amuse me,
I'm
Paul.
kidding.
Wow.
You are bonds to my game. Amuse me, please.
I guess I should go first.
No.
No.
Oh, no. Chris wants to go first. Whatever.
Just go, H.
Oh, fuck you.
This
Alright.
is starting off good.
Alright. I'm Helf. I do shit on YouTube like the rest of these fools. Like, Let's Plays. So go check them out.
Woo.
Yay.
So enthusiastic. Alright.
Shots. What about you? Who the heck
I'm
are
sorry.
That makes
I
you
can't.
wanna
I can't
run
be
your
like
channel.
you, Blue. Like,
Sorry, you don't have a voice like me. It's okay.
no, it's that I can't be loud.
Oh, true, you can't be.
Well,
It's okay,
fuck
Shots.
off,
You have to
bitch.
introduce
yeah,
yourself.
I don't have to. Okay, you guys can do it for me.
No, you can. I'm kidding.
Durner.
All I'd like to say is that Hood is fuck. There you go.
Alright.
And
Every time you say something, we need an entrance. Like, it's like, so did you guys like the game that just came out? Yes.
yes, I did. Yeah, it was pretty good. Expecting some really good answer. You know what? I didn't really think it was all that great.
I don't have an opinion on this subject.
And then it's like,
It's a climactic build-up for no reason at all.
Now
And there's just
that we
silence.
have now that we have 5 members in our group, it'll be easier for us to get podcasts out. We might not necessarily all be in every podcast from here on out. It allows us to have a break, or if our schedules clash, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so we should be back to weekly podcasts, hopefully, now that we have 5 people. So woo!
So that means eventually I could be leading this thing. Scary, huh?
Yeah, TM host.
What?
Weird.
You're
Well,
weird.
you guys have done it without me before.
Yeah, we've actually done one with all of us gone.
Yeah, each.
I remember the
Blue-
podcast I was gone. You made fun of me consistently.
Consistent.
Mhm.
I remember that podcast. And then you made fun of a few other people because you guys are just using quotes off of what we all say. If I remember correctly, that's how that
And
podcast went.
You talked about Final Fantasy and I was bored.
Yeah, that's why we're never doing 2-person podcasts again.
Yeah.
But
3 at
anyway,
minimum?
go to the BOTemzUp webpage. That's bottomsup.webs.com. There you can find our forums where you can sign up for them and you can participate in all of the free discussion. A bunch of, I don't know, it's free to sign up, obviously. But yeah, come and discuss any video game stuff you want to talk about. We got a good community going on there. It's growing. I would like to say every day, but that's probably not true. But it is
I'll
growing.
probably say once a month.
Anywho. Hey. Blow bombs up.
Hey,
Once a
how you doing?
We have the
quasi
chat and go box, or the Chitingo box, as Blue would say.
Thank you.
And there you can chat with us live, which is really fun. I used to be on during podcasts, but I can't imagine anyone being on as early as it is right now, so I'm not going to bother.
Then again, we should
And-
probably mention it's not as early as we're letting on. It's only 9:30 for us and 8:30
Yeah,
for
I get-
Blue.
I guess it's
Yeah,
early for
but I
Blue.
mean, taking into account,
Earlier.
we also stayed up pretty late. I mean,
Shut up.
And
I
whose
wasn't-
fault was that?
well, hey, hold on, listen here.
that was
hater.
mainly Shot's fault.
Yeah.
Well, first
Oh,
TM,
yeah.
he's like, "Play Gears," and then
You know what? I'm here. It doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
alright.
That's in the past.
I was actually honestly expecting to get up today, see Helf, and be like, "So Helf, they're not getting up. What are we gonna do?"
I'm gonna
That
be
popped
honest.
on like 5 minutes before like our scheduled time.
Literally, I was up at
I'm
9
gonna-
o'clock
I'm
on the dot.
I'm here.
Gonna be honest. I got a text from Blue at 8:50. I'm like, oh yeah. I got it.
Oh, so that was worth me sending out. I sent it out just as a friendly reminder. Like,
Well,
get the podcast.
I was slightly already up because my stepdad came in and got the dogs and took them outside, so I was already away from them jumping off of me because they sleep with me. And then, yeah, I'm like, I got a text. I'm like, I should probably sit up and open my laptop or something.
Nah, not important. Don't forget, if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can download the podcast for later listening
Did you
to,
say what I
or
had
if you
to
just
say was
want to
not
right
important?
now.
No,
Just
I'm
go to-
I'm interrupting you.
Why?
Did you say what I had to say was not important?
I didn't say
Everything
it wasn't
I had-
important.
Yes, you just did.
No, I didn't.
Hey, everybody,
All
go to
right,
the
things are being blown way out of
bottomsup.webs.com.
proportion.
I just
TM
wanted to
saying
say
something important?
I was just
What?
going into the thing.
I'm
We can't be here
trolling,
forever.
I'm
If we
trolling.
keep talking about
They
random
see me
stuff, we're gonna be here for 8 hours.
There's
There's 5 of
I
us.
kind of wanted to go to bed eventually, but, whatever.
You're not allowed to. You stayed up. It's your own damn fault. Get used to it.
No! Never! Never!
All right.
You
Anyways,
can
let's continue.
download the podcast by going to the site and hit the podcast tab, and you'll find a download link there. Jesus.
Always playing by the rules, aren't you?
Oh, it's on Mediafire because SoundCloud decided not to host us anymore because it's like a year thing. And they're like, give us like $800. No.
Yeah, it's outrageously expensive.
Wait, are you guys serious? $800? Or are you just?
Oh,
we
it's
got a
literally
freebie year.
Yeah, we got a freebie year for being a podcast. That expired over. And then it's for the exact same quality, which is basically unlimited everything. You have to pay 500 or 600 euros, which translates to $700.
That's
Yeah, it's
stupid.
pretty expensive, and that's why we had a PayPal link at the bottom, which I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who's donated to it. But that's
Yep, and I still have it written down how much you donated. So
to eventually, host it, get better hosting services for both the website and the podcast. But it would be really nice one day to do
We
that.
should charge
We-
people $1 to listen to
Eventually-
our podcast. Boom.
that's a bad idea.
Eventually, it could just be BOTemzUp.com instead of BOTemzUp.webs.com, which would be cool. But it's not right now, so.
And then we could actually, potentially, if we can get better storage, we could actually just host it right on the site then.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Shot caller.
Well, I think we should still upload to YouTube because,
Yeah.
easy done.
Easy done. Easy
But
done.
anyway, let's get into the rundown. What we're talking about this week. We got what we're playing as always. Got gaming discussion. We got to talk about Nintendo Direct. Talk a bit about THQ because they went under and they sold off their stuff.
Finally.
And Luigi's Mansion's got some kind of big news for it because it's Nintendo, so it counts as big news.
Always. Nintendo all the time.
And then we're gonna go into some Gears of War 3 / Judgment talk, just because we've been playing it a lot recently, and the new game is upcoming, so we're gonna talk about that for a little bit. Coming soon, nothing really, but we'll get into the one thing I have there. We're gonna do top 1. There's 5 of us, so we're not gonna do top 3. This is gonna be top 1, and then we'll be done. So, yeah.
And, by the way these podcasts come out, you would think that we play Gears a lot. We really don't.
Yeah,
We seem to
used
mention
play-
Gears a lot in podcasts.
We used to play Gears a lot, in the earlier goings of the podcast, but that has since slowed down.
Excited. We recently got back into it a couple nights ago. We've been having some fun with it.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Glitching up the game.
You should upload that here.
No,
Freaking
No?
bazooka.
I won't do that.
Disco bazooka.
Lambo Zerky.
Yeah.
No, you don't want that video to get on the web because once people see it, if what's it face, Epic
Microsoft.
sees it, if Epic sees
Oh.
it, they potentially might fix it. You don't want that.
You don't want that to happen.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, we do.
It made
We
us
couldn't beat
scared
the
to
thing
make us-
because of it.
Yeah, we made us scared that the Lamb
It
of
literally
Zerk
became
couldn't go near a
invincible.
box.
Man, I can't even believe
Every
that.
time that thing went near a box, we were like, no, 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 no.
No, get away from the
What
box.
would happen?
Get away from it. You
Oh,
can't
you'll
do
have to
this.
see. You'll have to see.
Okay.
Maybe I might upload it and then maybe I'll put it in the.
Well, let's describe it and let people see it later. Just see it for themselves.
Huh?
I'm really curious now. So
Yeah, I say we just...
Basically, the Berserker jumped up to do some slam down, and he landed on an awkward position on a box and started this really fast up and down motion. It just got out of control,
It
and,
looked like he just kept
the
running
ooze
in
was spewing
place,
everywhere.
just going nuts.
and we couldn't
Hilarious.
shoot it or anything. If you went near it, you were about to get blown to bits.
I experienced
And we
that
couldn't kill it.
firsthand.
wow.
It was one of the most...
All right.
Yeah, it was one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever experienced in Gears of
We
War.
were. I was crying laughing.
Until we figured out that we couldn't beat the wave.
Which was sad because we were stuck on that wave forever.
So I didn't want to get into details because I'm gonna keep talking about it.
We should have gotten into details when we were talking about it later, but
Yeah.
my bad.
All right.
All right. So I don't know if our newbies know how this works, but hopefully they'll catch on in a bit here. Blue, what you playing?
Well, it started out small since we were going to record this earlier in the week, but it's gotten longer since I had last night to mess around with things. Start with, I'm going to talk about Gravity Rush on the PlayStation Vita. I absolutely love this game now. Like the other podcast, I said I was enjoying it. I played it for a good another 2 hours, and I've gotten really deep into it, and I absolutely love it. The mechanics of it is essentially you can control gravity. As it's like a free roam Grand Theft Auto style, but not really shooting, but it's more just a free roam around a city, collect missions, kind of like Infamous.
Okay.
And so you can manipulate gravity in any direction. So you hit the right trigger and she'll float up, and then you can you aim with either the Vita or the right stick, depending on how you want to do it. And then you click it again, and she just blasts off in that direction. And you can only do it for a limited amount of time. So you can use this ability in combat. So you can do like a gravity kick in midair. Or you can do special moves and all this kind of stuff. The story is really interesting. I'm not going to go into full details about it, but it's definitely something worth checking out. It's kind of an anime-ish style story. If you like RPGs, I think you'd probably enjoy it as well. But I mean, it's the one game that I would say, that it's worth picking up a PlayStation Vita for.
You should, picking up the PlayStation 4, or once you have a Vita, you should pick up this game.
Right.
It finally gives purpose to that disappointing thing's life.
Right. I mean, it's the one thing the Vita's lacking is software. This is one example of the software that it needs to have.
I guess it doesn't matter how good your specs are if you got nothing to put on it.
Right. So it's really good. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. Another game,
That sounds pretty rad.
Gravity.
I had to put it in there. I had to. I've been waiting to throw it in. Sorry.
The next game, both these games I got off my PlayStation Plus membership, which now works on my Vita and my PS3, so I really like that. It's Chronovolt. It's an easy little simple puzzle game. It's kind of like a Super Monkey Ball kind of style puzzle game. It's an okay game. It's where you kind of manipulate time to get through these puzzles, and the controls aren't perfect, so I kind of get irritated by playing them. So it's whatever. Go check it out. It's interesting. I think it's only like $3. The next game I probably spent the most time this past week playing is Minecraft on the PC. I could let Helf talk a little bit more about that, but I just want to mention that Minecraft Monday will be coming back for those who actually pay attention to my Let's Plays. That's what I've been working on, getting that server up and running. Helf and I actually checked out the Banjo-Kazooie Minecraft last night for a few hours. That's an idea that we'll probably post up within a few weeks, also on Minecraft Monday, because we want to show it off. It's a really cool kind of world. I don't really need to describe what Minecraft is, because if you don't know what Minecraft is...
Where the hell have you been?
Right. It's been out for a while. Next game is Metroid Prime. Sitting with Shotzrox, been going through that, trying to prep to finish up one of my Let's Plays that's been almost going 3 years now. I should probably really finish that. But we're going good. We're about, I'd say, a third of the way through the game. Or at least I am. Shotz is lagging behind, like usual.
Shut up.
And then the other game I spent a good majority of my time this week is Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Finishing that up, I'm at about 80% of collecting everything. I really enjoyed this one. Like I said in older podcasts, it's really tough to get through because it is easily the oldest of the ones in my collection, and you can see the flaws in the game quite heavily. But it's still a good game, and I still do enjoy playing it. There's just a lot to do. And then the last bit I've been playing is Gears of War 3 on the Xbox 360, and I could let the other guys talk about that one, because they've played it way more than I have. I've played it once or twice with them. I sadly had many exams this week, so that's where my primary focus has been. So,
it doesn't
and that's
sound
what I've been
like it. They have like 8 games on the go.
Yeah, I know, but that's just how I am.
He plays like little bit by little bit.
Well, it all depends. Like, the Minecraft, the Metroid, and the Gears, that's what I'm playing with you guys. The Lego Star Wars is my main focus, and then Chronovolt and Gravity Rush is when I'm out on the go. Like, let's say I'm sitting at a restaurant for 20, 30 minutes, or I go over to my girlfriend's house, and I'm waiting patiently because we're going to go out. I'll just pull out the Vita, and I'll start playing for a half
Or whenever
hour.
she starts talking, just pull it out.
Right, exactly. No.
Whenever she decides to
Helf
make me a
gives
sandwich.
advice on relationships.
We need to have, like, a love talk with Helfinator. I'd love to hear it.
I just
Anyways.
imagined his big mug on Dr. Phil's head or body.
His body was ready once.
Anyways, so. Oh, we're not gonna
Reggie's
continue
in
the
Perfect
trend?
Dark. Sorry.
I'm done.
Okay. Odin, what are you playing? Oh my god, this is gonna get really weird.
Yeah, you figured it out though. I was waiting for you to say something.
No,
So was I.
I was waiting
okay.
for it. I didn't want to
Oh well.
Okay, so I recently beat Earthbound again on the Super. Well, not actually the Super, emulated on my phone. But
Cheater.
yeah, I beat what did I do last
Cheater.
time.
Should
I
buy
beat
the
a
actual
pirate,
game.
software pirate,
Should
Or
buy the
yarg.
game.
and a bottle of I don't know, some kind of video game related thing. Anywho,
Well,
Earthbound's
no.
fun. Beat it again. Felt accomplished. I played through the Fire Emblem Awakening demo since the last time we've done this. It's a lot of fun. Definitely getting it. Can't wait to talk about that. I don't know if we're getting it release, but we're getting it. I should be getting it in February sometime. I just don't know if I'll pick it up release day or not. Just 'cause money.
That's not important.
And money's
You don't
important.
need that. You don't.
See, I don't feel so bad about buying 3DS games because they're only like $40. I've been
It's only
playing...
$20 cheaper than any new Xbox or Wii U or PS3 game.
Right, that's my point. $20. That's a lot considering that's only $60. It's a third of the price there, so that's only half the price. Anyway, multiplayer wise, oh wait, I guess I have one more single player thing to talk about. Pokemon Soul Silver, I've been
Oh,
starting to
you
play that.
missed one.
Huh?
You missed one.
No, I didn't.
I was hoping you'd talk over this one, but you haven't. I'm disappointed. It involves a panda and drowning it.
What? What are you
What the hell
going
are
on
you
about?
playing?
The panda and drowning.
You've been playing Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh my god. I
Yeah!
did completely forget about that. Well, I'm gonna go on Pokemon Soul Silver first. I only played it for a little bit the other day. But, I just started again where I wasn't very far anyway, so I just kind of resumed from there. I'm at Goldenrod City, which is not far at all in the game.
Yeah, I told you that, dude. I was like, you're not even freaking far.
I have been playing a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon lately. I can't believe it slipped my mind. There is a beating of Roller Coaster Tycoon. You can beat the game. There's a bunch of scenarios to play through. I think there's 20 or 21.
So many, and they're so long.
Yeah, each one lasts X amount of years, and 1 year translates to 1 hour real life time. So some of them are like 3 hours. Some are 4. I've only done 1 4-hour one, but it's been a lot of fun. I've actually streamed two of the parks I did. It's a really fun game. I'm a big fan of simulation games. When I can get into them, anyway. Because I like Civilization when I can get into that. But Roller Coaster Tycoon has been a lot of fun, and thanks for that, TM. I can't believe I forgot about that.
You can't
We
forget
all
about
at first
drowning a
thought he was
panda.
crazy.
Drowning pandas. Jesus, Murphy.
Oh yeah, drowning
And
pandas.
murdering guests.
I began to think you guys were masochists.
Yeah.
I was thinking of some internet game that you guys had played.
Yeah, I
or
know.
something.
Like, I was like,
No.
is it like Happy Wheels 2 or something?
No, multiplayer wise, Gears of War 3, which we'll get into when we get to it, so I don't want to say anything now, really. It's been fun, though. And I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 11 still, because it's an MMO, so I'll probably be playing that every week. I probably will stop mentioning it.
You should just start
because-
saying right off the bat 11.
11,
And on to the
that's
good
how
things.
I'll start off what we're playing. 11. Alright, that's it. Yeah, they're not going to pick up on this. We're going to have to let them know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wait,
this is...
You guys are
TM's
nubs.
next.
Yeah, so I asked Blue what he's playing. TM asked
Oh,
me.
TM, what the fuck are you playing?
There we go.
No. Oh. Okay. I have a list
Oh,
here.
nothing? Okay.
Gears 3. That's pretty old by this point. Madden 13 with shots here. Just slightly. Kind of declined as of recent. We've been playing a season and stuff.
Fantasy draft
Connected
season.
careers mode.
Yeah.
Like, we did an NFL redraft, and we redrafted the entire NFL into different teams. It's kind of cool, because different players go to different teams and stuff.
For example, Tom Brady's on the Seahawks and Aaron Rodgers is on the Patriots. Teams we're using.
Yeah, and it's fun because
Yay, football.
I feel kind of good at the game. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Except for when I went
Anyway.
like 70 to something. 70 to 60
70
something.
to 60.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous
It
like
was a
that.
stupid game.
70 to 60.
That was the most stupid game we've ever played.
I
He got a big
49
lead
to
on
2.
me, and then I finally got my shit in gear.
It's like
And I kept scoring, but so did he. I couldn't keep up. I had 700 of yards or 700
yeah,
yards
he
passing.
smashed the record for passing yards. He destroyed it. Like it's 556. He had like 720 yards.
So it's like it didn't
was
even
mean.
exist.
Yeah, no, it was never even a record until Aaron Rodgers came onto the field. Aaron Rodgers was the record.
Other than that, I've been playing. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a more to defend myself. I've been playing Sonic 06. Hear me out here, guys. Hear me out here. Wait, have you guys played it?
No, those two can't talk. Only you and I
Good.
can talk about this game.
Yeah, they
I played
can't
the
talk.
demo.
But I'm
That
going to talk about.
counts.
Yes, it's awful. Yes, it is awful. But it's a kind of fun kind of awful. As in, like,
The kind of awful that
it's
makes
so
you
bad.
puke
mean, like,
It's
inside
actually
your
kind
mouth.
of fun to go back to.
The kind of awful that makes you puke inside your mouth and then have to swallow it back up. That kind of awful, right?
No, you have to enjoy it a bit.
LOL.
Okay, so then-
Fuck.
Hold on. So then, how about freezy flavored puke? Is that better?
No.
I am so lost
no, you know
here.
when you like
Don't feel
burp
bad, I
when you
am too.
when you burp and you like.
Stop.
Okay, yeah.
It's getting disgusting. I'm out of
If I
here.
have to compare it into anything, I'll compare it to fast food. It's so bad for you.
LOL,
It's
Chris.
so bad, but it's kind of good when you want it.
What are you talking about? Fast food's good all the time when you eat it. You just know it's not
Well,
good for you.
you have to come up with a comparison on the fly. It's the best I got. So shove it.
Shit.
You enjoy it at the time, but later on you're gonna be on the toilet. That's how fast food is. It's similar
That
when
has
you're
nothing
playing
to do
Sonic
with
the
Sonic
Hedgehog.
06. No.
TM's just
No.
sitting in his bed.
No, he's kind of right, because the first, 20 minutes, you're like, this isn't so bad. You get about an hour in, you're like, okay, it's a little bad. You get about an hour and a half in, you're like, why am I still playing this game?
More like, oh, my stomach.
Yeah.
How am I gonna finish this sweet day of Jesus?
Anyway, and I've also been on a little GameCube kick at my brother's, or not my brother, at my dad's house with my brother. I've been playing Kirby Air Ride and Soul Calibur 2.
Nice.
Turns out my brother really likes those games.
So
Who's your main in SC2?
I used to be Link, but I don't know.
Well,
I
how
kinda like-
generic for the
kinda like
GameCube
Keelan.
version.
I have the GameCube version, yes.
I said, how generic
I-
for the GameCube version? You like Link.
You know, I played it like once and I played it for an hour. I've always liked Keelik.
He looks
Okay.
good. He's got
I
range.
like Keelik.
is that the guy who has like the
Logan-
triple stab?
That's my name.
Now, can I say something about my brother? He's usually the type that plays just Call of Duty and Minecraft on his Xbox all the time. And he told me when I got up on a Sunday morning, I got up at 11 o'clock, and he's like, hey, I played Soul Calibur this morning. I'm like, you did? Yeah, I played it for an hour. What? You played a game for an hour with a fighter, and you unlock stuff? What are you doing? What are you? What are you? But
Did you ask
seriously,
him where
he
the
really
trigger
liked it.
was?
No, that came later. That came later. And then Kirby Air Ride, he is determined to unlock Hydra and Dragoon. He's determined. He's already halfway there. Probably more than halfway, actually.
Nice.
He unlocked Dragoon, he got like one Hydra piece. Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it, though. Kirby Air Ride, everybody. Just.
Oh, you done?
I thought somebody had to, introduce me. Okay.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
You
Oh,
introduced
thanks.
Helf.
Oh,
Thanks, Chris.
What? Oh, okay. What are you playing, Hal? What are you
Thanks.
playing?
Thanks. N-word.
You'll get it.
Oh,
You'll
look
get
at
it.
that. Look at that.
Hey, not even reference.
It always
Nope.
goes this order.
Nope.
It always
Don't do it.
goes-
No.
Hey, by the way,
Red
there's an
flags,
N-bomb in Perfect
alarms.
So anyway, stuff I'm playing. I'm just playing Super. I started. Well, I'm most of the way through Super Metroid. Got up to Ridley, kind of quit.
Wow, so you played the first 5 minutes of the game? Good job.
What?
It means the second encounter with Ridley, not the first, you asshole.
I was being a jerk. Come on.
Okay,
Yes.
and I've been just like Odin. I've been playing Earthbound, and I think I'm up to Tucson now.
Because I know where that's at.
Not very far.
Okay.
It's not. Second town. Because it has 2.
I get it. Tucson's. That's this.
We
Anyway,
have
I've
a
also been playing
winner.
Minecraft with Blue, like you mentioned. I've been playing Demon's Crest, which is the last game in the Gargoyles Quest series. It's really good, underrated, and I'm sure not very many people have actually heard of it.
I have by now.
After I told you about it.
That'd be me.
I heard about it before.
And I need to do a Let's Play on something once, and it looked really terrible.
No, that's Gargoyles.
No, that was the NES one.
That one not good?
No, it is. It's just they have all these RPG elements in it that don't, like they had in the first game for the Game Boy, which you can get on 3DS, by the way. The RPG elements didn't really translate well, but then in the third one, they completely. They didn't completely scrap the RPG elements. There's still a couple in there, like you can go to shops and buy elixirs and spells and things like that, but there's no more random battles.
But
you don't have to What?
It's made by Enix though, right?
No, it's Capcom.
It's Capcom?
Mhm.
Oh, why do you think Enix?
I don't know. Probably because I said RPG.
No, that wasn't it. No. Oh no, it was because Demon's Crest it felt like a ActRaiser feel.
Oh, I see.
That's why.
Yeah.
But it's different. Okay.
Capcom knows how to make RPGs. Look at Sweet.
I know. Breath of Fire.
Anyway, another game, and the last game on my list is BS Zelda. I've been playing through those. If anybody
Bullshit.
No, BS is for Satellaview. It was a little online service that Nintendo had going back in the 90s. Only in Japan, though. And, the cost of the service was really friggin' expensive. But, it was you ordered a certain game and then it would stream to your console and then you can play it. It was pretty neat. Had, live music,
Sounds
voice
advanced
actors.
for the time.
Yeah.
Why does nothing advanced for the time ever work at the time?
No, Satellaview worked. They just didn't.
It never sold. That's what I'm trying to say. It never works in a marketing scheme. It's like
Oh,
saying,
no, dude.
The internet was
There-
barely established.
Mhm.
No, at its peak, there was 150,000 subscribers to it.
That's
For that time, that's actually really good.
Yeah. No, the thing is, though, is that Satellaview, what they were working through, it wasn't just Nintendo. They were working with a company that was called Saint Giga, and because of how they were running because of how they wanted to run the show and not towards Nintendo to help them, then Nintendo kind of had to shut off the program because Satellaview or Saint Giga wanted to do their thing, and then they didn't want to listen to Nintendo.
What?
But
Sorry.
But there's a bunch of games for the Satellaview that came out that are pretty good, like the BS Zelda games. There's one called Radical Dreamers that I've been trying to get into. It's a spiritual sequel to Chrono Trigger. But the thing is,
Isn't there an actual sequel though to Chrono Cross?
no, but this one is the spiritual sequel that came out on the NES or SNES. But the thing is that it's like one of those choose your own path stories. It's like everything is text,
Ugh.
and then but it has same characters, kind of similar setting, and it's just okay, choose your own adventure book on Super Nintendo.
Those
And I'm
aren't bad.
No,
Remember Frog Fractions?
No, I remember the Super
think
Mario
of
ones. I like those.
But everyone play Frog Fractions, by the way. Just do it.
And you have to give it more than about 15 minutes.
If you're not enjoying it, you're not figuring it out. And we're not telling you why, but
Exactly.
Well, time to look it up on YouTube.
not now. No.
No, you're ruining the fun. Go play it some other time when you're not doing the podcast.
Yeah, don't tell
Free.
people to do other things while they're listening to us.
I'm saying I was. I didn't say everybody leave.
Anyways. Alright, so that's the summative of what you got there, Helf?
Yep.
Alright. Well, just a fair note. Helf will probably be our retro guy the most, because it's kind of what he's stuck with at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't play many new games on that lamp.
Hashtag Helf's lamp.
Hashtag
Anyways.
Elf's lamp.
Anyways, do I want to ask him? I really don't want to. Because it's not an important list. We could really just move on to gaming discussion.
Yeah, fine.
No, don't ask him. He's a
Okay.
word that I can't reference.
Oh, okay.
Just did.
Anyway,
So, can I say something real quick?
sure.
So I had my TV on mute and I was just flipping around, listening, see what was on. And I think I have a reason to get up on Saturday mornings.
Why?
I
What do
found
they have
Dragon
on?
Ball Z on TV.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kai
like you're
or
actually
the
gonna wake
original?
up
I
for
thought
it.
that was really weird.
Wait, Kai or the original?
Kai.
Oh, it would have been cooler if they had
Kai's
the original.
better, sorry. It's in terms
It's
of
less
just,
filler, I know.
in terms of just overall, it's just better, even though the original has a lot of retro to it.
I don't
A
know.
lot
I
of
didn't.
this-
Some of the voice actors I didn't like though.
I don't know.
I think the
Yeah.
first one has better voice acting. I think.
It's okay. Anyways, Mr. Shotzrox, what have you been playing?
Well, I'm pretty much the most unoriginal person because I feel like everything everyone else has said, you might as well just sum it up and be like, oh, well, Crit Shots was playing it too. So, Metroid series, which includes Super Metroid and Metroid Prime. Madden with TM, which includes TM and Madden. And then Pokemon. It's not fair. But I can go a bit more in depth. I actually
And
recently...
Gears.
Yeah, and Gears. And actually, I recently just picked up a second DS. So I've been kind of trading between my two versions, trying to craft a...
What games?
well, everything up from 4th gen, pretty much. I have one of pretty much... I have Pokemon... What is it? Hold on.
Pearl or Diamond?
Pearl or Diamond. I know it's one of them, but I didn't know which one.
Oh, jeez.
And then I have Soul Silver, White, and Black too. And then you're probably asking, why do you get White and Black? Well, because I like to be different.
Doesn't matter.
I know. I like the cover art for Black 2 better. So that was my excuse. But yeah, I'm trying to craft the perfect team in Pokemon, and also trying to beat the Elite Four, and also trying to beat like Pokemon, 4th gen, whatever game it is.
Isn't this guy talking about crafting? Was his RPGs or something?
Bro, you don't even know.
The metagame's so intense.
Bro, you don't even know, man. I haven't even started
Tom
like
Bravo?
EV training yet, but oh, I don't know.
Have fun with EV training. I hate it. I don't
What
like that. I
shots?
don't ever.
Con Bravo?
Con Bravo, yep, that's happening. I was
Gonna get
thinking.
your Bugsy badge?
I was thinking of. I was thinking about taking the only video known to man of Con Bravo, but then we found the other video.
Mhm.
So, Shots, you started Super Metroid?
I started it. I didn't get very far at all.
Okay.
It's hard, to say the
Yeah.
least.
God, I can't wait till I make you play the first game.
Oh,
I played through
Dude,
the first
don't get
game.
me started on that. Like,
I played through it on the 3DS.
Yeah,
I
the first
really
game
don't
is-
like the first one.
No
I don't
passwords. Woo!
Yeah, I do like that faction. No passwords, but No, I can see a lot of hate towards the first one, but I can see a lot of hate towards a lot of first NES games, because remember that during the NES era they couldn't make a large game, so what they do, they jacked up the difficulty by like 3 or 4.
Well, hold on. Zelda got a good rap, and then its sequel came out and everybody hated it.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the very first Zelda game, because it's very tough once you get to past the 5th dungeon.
I don't know.
It does ramp up in difficulty.
Doesn't help that you
Those
have no
whiz
sense of
robes
direction.
own your face. They're so hard.
No, I didn't think it was too bad.
There's no sense of direction.
I died a lot, but it was okay because the game itself didn't make itself complicated with its like design.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I died a lot. That doesn't mean that I didn't have a dungeon finished within an hour or like a half hour, whatever it took.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was still easy to the point that it was a finishable game. You're just gonna probably die a lot, really, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
I always found myself running out of bombs. It was annoying.
Speaking of the first Zelda, BS Zelda, by the way, is 4 games in 1. Or not really 1, but
How's that related to it being the first Zelda?
no,
It has
because
the first Zelda
2 of the games in it are technically map 3 and map 4 of the game.
I mean, map 3, like the dungeon 3 and 4?
No, because Zelda, the very first game, has Quest 1 and Quest 2, right?
Yeah.
BS Zelda has Quest 3 and Quest 4.
Okay.
They made 2 more quests for Zelda 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how it's related.
Yep.
Okay, kind of cool.
Mhm.
Getting back to Metroid, the first Metroid is pretty large. It's not a small game by any means.
Well,
I
it
mean,
took me,
you could say in comparison to Super Metroid, but Super Metroid's gargantuan.
Yeah.
It's friggin' huge.
And then Metroid Prime is...
Nah, I'd say Metroid Prime's about the same size as Super Metroid.
Really?
The game
It's
world
just
size,
3D, that's all.
the length of actual, like, the time it gets to one point to the next is about the same in Metroid Prime, which is why I think why Metroid Prime relates so well to Super Metroid, is because they two kind of have really strong foundations of one another.
Okay.
So, yeah, but no, the first game is, the first, like, 15 minutes, you're gonna die 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Of which game?
Metroid 1.
Metroid.
Oh no, I died 3 to 4 times within the first 3 to 4 minutes.
Right, it's
Yeah.
depending on how well you know Metroid, depends on how fast you're gonna die. And the
Remember to
biggest
go
annoying-
left at the beginning.
Yeah.
But
I like, that's the first game to teach you that too.
But the reason I said Metroid series was because I've just been collecting the Metroid games. So I've got like original Metroid on the GBA on its way, and then Metroid Fusion just got mailed as well. Like they were together, and Metroid Prime 2. I actually got it the other day in the mail, and I picked up Other M and Metroid Prime 3 at EB Games for like just under $20. So yeah, sorry. I just went on a huge like Metroid binge eventually.
He's just missing the most important part.
Super Metroid? No, I have that on my virtual console.
Okay, it's like,
Now,
You
when
know,
you
when
say
everyone-
original Metroid, do you mean like Zero Mission?
No, he said
mean-
he said Super Metroid, the best one. I got that on virtual console.
No,
No,
you said,
no,
you said
no.
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance Metroid. It's the original Metroid. Just on...
they did Zero Mission and they released the actual original version.
I know, so which one is he talking about?
I'm talking about the original version.
Okay, so you don't have Zero Mission. Because they might as well be different games. They're...
Yeah, I was thinking
Zero
that
Mission's different enough, right?
I've been looking for Zero Mission, and I'm also looking for Resident Evil 2. I found a few copies I'm thinking about getting on eBay, but it just really depends on how much they go up in price. To be honest, I'm not willing to pay like $30 for that game. I really don't like it that much. I
I have
understand
to
that.
say that Zero Mission's the most beautiful of all the Metroid games.
Really?
It's the sprite work is amazing in that game.
Better than Fusion? Fusion even came out
Oh,
the
yeah.
latest.
Well, no, because Zero Mission came after.
Yeah.
So they just improved on it. Alright. Let's move it. That's it, right? You're good, Shotz?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, I'm good.
why did I think you said yes?
Because I only have 3 things written down. You should.
No, that's not it. I thought you said yes before you said yes. I feel like TM maybe said yes for you or something.
Yeah, somebody said yes.
I haven't said a word since I mentioned something.
LOL is me.
Oh, LOL, Helf.
I'll slam.
Helf slam. I was going to say that too. Let's move into our gaming discussion. Nintendo Direct. They have these from time to time where you go to their website and then they'll release a video about upcoming stuff directly to you. I don't know.
LOL Satoru Iwata.
Yeah. This one was pretty cool. They talked a lot about Wii U stuff coming up in the future. And there is a lot of games coming out that are some of them were unexpected. Some of them were just like, okay, you're gonna talk about it. And then some were just like, what?
Yeah, they kind of
What
came
the
out
fuck?
all cylinders firing at that one.
Yeah, that was good. It was
Yeah.
a good Nintendo Direct. I just don't have a Wii U.
It was
so I don't
it was
care
a
too
good
much.
preview to what E3 is probably going to look like. That's for sure.
Dude, well, here's the thing: is like, since they already have the jump on this generation, or the newest generation, then that's what they need to come out. Just come out with guns blazing, and there you go.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. Like, if they come out guns blazing, then they run out of quantity really fast. So, I mean, for the most part, what it looks like Nintendo does is they just release one main series. So like one Zelda, one Mario, except that's not the case this time.
That's not the case this time. They are going full guns. Okay, so first, this wasn't the first thing. The first thing they talked about was that they're going to do a version update for the Wii U. And this is important because they say they're going to upgrade how fast software loads and how fast the Wii U loads, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big deal, and it's free, so you should be happy about that. Coming sometime in spring and summer.
There's two different ones. That's the
Yeah.
other thing.
Yeah.
So
But in terms of games, some big E3 announcements what we'll basically see at E3. Smash Bros, the new Smash Bros on Wii U. Basically all they said was we're going to talk about it at E3.
yeah, well, because they don't really have any solid things yet or something. That's what Iwata said. He said,
No,
We
they're
don't
gonna
have any
show-
solid proof.
yeah, exactly.
But-
So he said something like Sakurai's still getting the kinks out or something like that. So.
Yeah, but
No, what I read is they actually are going to show footage of both versions.
got the Wii U and 3DS, and somehow they're supposed to connect with one another. So we'll see how
Possibly.
that
Fine
works.
with
That was
this.
an idea.
They will probably be wireless. I don't see why they could be. Maybe wired too, though. Maybe like a USB connection or something. That
Comes
would
with-
be too dumb.
That might be the only game that I actually buy the handheld and the console just so I can have both
Well,
on there.
actually, you know what? What I had heard, like, this is just rumor, like, a year ago from what I'd heard, but I heard they were gonna add, like, a custom character kind of feature, so you could, like, create your own dude on the 3DS version and then import it to the Wii.
No one knows any of this stuff.
No, but that's just a rumor. That's why I
The-
said it's a rumor.
The reason that would be rumored is because we've seen stuff like that before, say Mario Golf and Mario Tennis. How those versions had the Game Boy ones were like RPG, you'd create your own character, and then you would bring them over to the N64 with the transfer pack, and then you'd have them, and you could improve their stats on there and bring them back to the Game Boy. That I could see why people would think that. Whether or not we're gonna actually see that is yet to be seen. I wouldn't mind that. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, it might
but-
even be as simple as just like creating custom clothes for like your character and having like a bunch of outfits that they've had during their like games or something. Kind of like what
The
you
only thing,
kind of like what you said about Wario's costume in Brawl. Like everybody should have a costume like that.
yeah, everyone should have an alternate costume for sure.
So I
mean-
think that's what it might be what it is, just to kind of give each character like their own kind of like originality. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Smash Bros. as much as I love custom characters in games, Smash Bros. Isn't the kind of game where you need that. It's all about all of the random series getting together and kicking the crap out of each other. You don't have to make your own guy. for that. You just choose your
I
favorite
don't
guy.
think they were
from
going to make your own guy. I think they're
favorites.
going to attach attributes to their characters to customize them in your own way.
Yeah,
Like
but
your
you
special
can't do
moves
that
and
in
stuff.
terms of like
Like,
competitiveness, I guess.
oh,
You
what's
wouldn't-
it?
Well, like I said, it was a rumor, but
Like Soul
customization.
Calibur,
Yeah, like
in a way.
Well, anything could be ruined for Brawl or the new Smash. We don't know anything.
Smash Brothers
right?
Universe,
Smash Bros. U.
Mario Universe. That's right, Mario Galaxy Universe. Mario
Well,
Galaxy.
speaking of Mario Galaxy, there's no point in keep talking about Smash. They also talked about a new 3D Mario coming out next year, or they're going to talk about E3 anyway. Did they go in, I don't think they went into any detail, did they?
No, they said
No.
it's going to be showable and playable at this E3.
And that the people who'd worked on Galaxy were making it. That's it.
That's what makes me nervous. I don't want another Galaxy.
Galaxy
Or
3?
Universe.
Galaxy 3
Anything.
Universe.
New direction.
Super
Sick of the
Mario
whole
Universe.
space thing.
We're going to see some sort of game called Universe on the U. It's inevitable, I think.
Yeah, because of the U and the U, you know.
Yeah, but they never like to play the predictable ball game.
That
They
is
never have.
100% true. So if it
Well,
was
they had New
So-
Super Mario Brothers U, so it does seem pretty
Well,
predictable.
that one, yeah, that's like
Well, I
the
mean,
only one,
that
though.
one's like the one where it's like, you know it's coming. Just let us have it.
But lots of games are like that. It was the same on Super Nintendo, everything at Super N64,
Every time the
64,
console comes out, you assume, okay, we're going to see a Mario, a
Wii.
Metroid,
There's lots of
a
Wii
Zelda.
and game titles. You know,
Yeah,
Wii
that's true.
Sports. Wii
At
Fit.
least the Mario game didn't have Wii in it. Had Wii in the title.
Mario Kart Wii.
Mario.
I mean,
Speaking of
It's
Mario
not like-
Kart Wii,
Yeah, speaking of Mario Kart, I didn't even mean to do that.
Perfect segue.
Mario Kart was another thing they talked about seeing on we'll see at
and
E3.
here's what I'm kind of like about, because like I don't know if they're gonna give it like, because I see with New Super Mario Bros. U, they kind of kept it cartoony and just kind of like made the shades and everything and intensified the colors, but that's where I'm kind of like with Mario Kart. Wouldn't you want to kind of keep everything so that if you look at the sides, you could like see every single blade of grass? Like, are they going to try to make it more realistic, or are they going to try to make it keep it the same?
You can
kind
make it cartoony realistic. I
Yeah.
mean, there's still the ability to make the blades of grass look cartoony and stylized and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it's important to do that because, be honest,
Well, okay, so think about it
you
like
think
this
you
though.
see the blades of grass when you're flying at 150 miles an hour around those racetracks?
Hold on though. Think about it like this. You're going through like there's a part of the area where you have to go through a patch of grass. You go through the patch of grass. Do you want to see like the patch of grass kind of like fold as Mario drives over it? Like, you know what I mean? And kind of like
yeah, like real physics
Yes.
kind of standard. Like you go across it and you see the
Yes.
tire tracks and you see like
Yes.
dirt and stuff. Yeah,
When's Mario driving over grass?
No, well, I'm just saying like maybe it's like a long like there's a long like bushy kind of area.
Luigi circuit.
Yeah.
Luigi circuit.
Yeah.
There's a grass patches.
Yeah, so you're just kind of like, I don't know, like, are they going to make it more realistic, like a more realistic racer, or are they
We
going to?
don't know.
Well, that's
Wish I knew.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
what we're
thing.
that's
These
what.
first three things we know nothing about.
But that's why we're here to discuss them and see, kind of come up with what they could do, right?
It's gonna be Mario Kart.
Yeah, so why not try to figure
It's
out?
gonna have 20 player online.
Well, yeah. Well, not anything like that. I was just
That's gross.
what?
20-player races? No. I don't
Yeah,
want a blue shell flying past me every 3 seconds.
yeah. I'd rather keep it to like simple 8. 12, I think, is even too much.
It's already chaotic as it is.
Yeah, 12 is way too much. I like 8. 8 is fine.
We're gonna see a comeback to 12 player multiplayer, guaranteed, if not more. I'm putting money on it right
Shut
now.
up, shut
I'm
up.
throwing in 14.
I can't do anything. It's not like Nintendo's listening to our podcast.
It'd be awesome if they were.
I
Nintendo,
should
listen.
Love a
hear
job.
Miyamoto.
I'm pretty good at the electrical stuff.
Nintendo, start
I
listening
should
to our
hear
podcast.
Miyamoto. I like your cat.
I love it how you're trying to like give yourself a plug.
Yep,
Blue.
I'll plug in if they ever hear.
It's like, hey guys, I'm pretty good with electrical stuff, so you know.
Yeah.
Another big thing. Two big things, I guess. Zelda. Zelda's.
And speaking of, like, was it cartoony realism? Is that what we were talking about?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They announced one of the Zelda games. They said that the new Zelda game for the Wii U is brand new, is in development, or they're coming up with ideas, or it's like on the drawing board. But anyway, the
No,
Zelda
it
game
was
that-
basically the same thing they said about Smash Brothers. They don't really have anything concrete to show us.
No, I think Smash Bros. A bit more in depth. I think Zelda just started.
I
Well,
feel
yeah,
like we'll
Zelda-
see this stuff at E3.
Right,
Yeah.
Zelda. They said with the new one, what they want to do is they want to everything we know about Zelda, throw it away.
My one
They're redoing
prediction for this new one, they talked about this whole single player experience, how that's been a thing. So it's pretty obvious they're gonna go a multiplayer route. Now I don't think like a Four Swords kind of deal, but I do think
I hope it is.
I really do
Monster
think
Hunter.
we
Really?
might
That's what
see like some sort of co-op.
Monster Hunter style.
Wait, is
would
that
be
what they
fucking
said?
awesome.
I thought they said they were avoiding the multiplayer.
No, they're
No,
gonna
no.
add it. They want to integrate it more.
I
wanna
think
do
they
more.
were saying they wanted to step away from the traditional.
They also said something
Mm.
about keeping it linear, how they wanted to stray away from that as well. Like how you
They
go
want a more
from
open
dungeon
world.
to dungeon.
So wait, is it gonna turn into like Elder Scrolls?
I wouldn't
That's a-
mind it going in somewhat
that's a
like
possibility.
A molded fashion.
I feel like it's
Please
going to
not
be...
that big.
I feel like it'll probably end up being like Elder Scrolls, but a bit more refined and not as like...
Here's a million quests instead.
yeah,
Here's
exactly.
an actual solid concrete story.
I
Exactly.
guess
whole
I could
bunch
see
of
a
side
co-op
quests.
adventure with like Link and Zelda or something.
Like, I can't see them going too much over what they have already set for Zelda, like 20 heart pieces and, you know... Like, they can't give you many more collectibles, right? Let's think about it.
They can change all that stuff as
No,
long as they don't
yeah.
go by the basic formula.
My question is, if they start adding in these RPG elements of you can buy different swords, what do you guys feel of that? Like, let's say you can buy 10 different blades.
No, they
One
won't...
that you obtain normally, which is the Master Sword, obviously, but the others you can buy. What do you? I mean, they started to
Well,
do that with Ocarina of Time.
In
'cause you
Ocarina of
could
Time,
go on to
in Ocarina
Blade.
of Time, you could buy the Hylian shield, or you can find it.
Right. What do you guys think about that? Like, if they start adding new shields and new swords,
I think that'd be
Maybe
great.
potentially new clothes
Link,
and
that's
that
what
kind of
Link's all about is multiple like gadgets and items. So I think that'd be cool if you had multiple
Yeah.
different swords
But
and
also,
shields
they
to choose
might
from.
go the same route as with again BS Zelda in one of the game's Ancient Stone Tablets. You had the item rental shop, so you could go in and you could rent a high-powered sword or a shovel.
I don't think we'll see a rental shop.
No, but
Now-
something like you could actually buy items.
Now, okay, so now here's the other argument I'd like to bring up. With Skyward Sword, I thought the way that they had the items set up, although not as diverse as you guys are talking about, I think the 3 shields being able to, or not even 3, I think there's like, no, there's 3. There's 4 that you can get. There's 3 that you can buy. But between those 3 shields, I think that's enough variety to figure out what you want, especially considering you can upgrade them by like collecting insects. I don't know if they'd stray too far away from that. I mean, don't fix what works, right? I mean, that kind of was a big thing with Skyward Sword.
yeah, but it kind of got scrutinized for how simplistic it was. It was like kind of like,
Exactly.
yeah, it's there, it's a little too late, and it's not even that in depth.
Right.
It's like a skimmed across the surface.
Right. So, I mean, maybe go more in depth with it, but I mean, I don't see how they would stray too far away from that, though. I mean,
Well, that's what we're talking about. Like, you could buy the 3 different shields, so what if you can buy 10, and now you can upgrade each one 3 times, and each one is kind of different, more unique, like kind of how Ratchet and Clank does
Right.
his weapons.
right.
You can get, it literally just changes the entire item to the sense that it still does the purpose it's supposed to do. Like, if I get a shotgun, it becomes an even more widespread, it adds a little bit of electricity into it. You know, it's still a shotgun in essence. But let's say it's like a sword, but it's a long sword, and it's meant for bashing people in. Well, now it's got like a fire enchantment across the top of it, and so now it's still just as brutal, but now you can like light enemies on fire, and then you have to use that in puzzle elements as well. You know, like integrate it into the side quests as well, so you'd have to, it makes you go in depth with all the weapons and the gear to kind of know what you have to use at that time, you know, just to kind of diversify things. You know, give you more options, like instead of like, here's a side quest, this is the only way you can do it. It says, this is a side quest, you have 10 different ways to approach it, go for it. You know, I think that would
Yeah.
really open up the world. I think it would be more enjoyable, in a sense, because it'd be like, well, just think about it. I mean, it's literally asking you, just think. You know,
What
do you wanna
about
do?
multiple animals? A Epona and a bird. I'm not saying it specifically, just as an example.
I want to ride a bear.
A bear.
Play Oracle of Seasons or Ages.
Yeah.
Okay.
What,
What-
there's multiple animals in that?
Yeah, you can be you can be on a kangaroo, a bear, a
Bring
flying
it back.
bear,
That's cool.
and a crocodile or a dodongo. Sorry.
That's cool.
Okay,
Was it
now,
a-
but as for the
Huh?
sword thing, I don't know if they do that because the Master Sword is supposed to be like the powerful, like the best sword
Yeah,
you
maybe
can
get that at the end or something. Maybe throughout the whole game you get these other weapons.
Well, okay, but
You can't say the Master Sword is the most powerful. Look at Ocarina of Time. The Bigoron sword or whatever is the
But
strongest.
I mean, you have to use the Master Sword to
Yeah.
defeat Ganon or Ganondorf.
Yeah.
But
just
that's it.
set in stone.
Technically not.
Oh yeah, technically. Okay, whatever.
I never
Yeah.
did.
To deliver the final blow, you do.
No, you can use the big Goron sword.
no, you can't deliver the
Yeah.
final blow. With
No,
the
you
Bigoron.
can't. It just shows the Master Sword during the little cutscene.
Really? It's
Yeah.
never
I've
let me do it.
done that.
Maybe
Cool.
maybe that was patched. Do you have like an earlier version?
No, I played on the 3DS version.
GameCube.
Oh,
3DS, okay.
oh, okay. Sorry, I guess I missed that then. Wow.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
Master
don't see
Sword is
why it
the
would be patched.
be-all,
It's not that
end-all
big of a
sword.
deal.
It's cool, but
I'd like more.
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be considering it was crafted by the gods. You think that a sword that was crafted by the gods would be a sword that was the best, but I guess not.
No, it's
Doesn't
just a
necessarily
sword that is like pure light. Doesn't have to be the most powerful sword.
Yeah.
Or
Or
maybe
how
you have
about
a
we
sword
see
that's
different
super fast.
weapons? How about we see Link wield an axe or a mace or something?
That'd be interesting.
Or shut
Or
down.
bring back the ball and chain.
Zelda Modern Warfare.
Or
That'd be
gun,
awesome if
yeah.
he just picked up a pistol and blew someone's head off. I'd laugh my head off.
What if they made it?
That'd
Hold
be
up.
so
What if they
weird.
made it during like a pirate kind of time? So it's like kind of like a Wind Waker esque, but like still a very large like area to explore. And you
He's
can,
not going to pick up a blunderbuss.
yeah.
Remember?
That'd be cool.
Remember that game on Wii, Link's crossbow training? How about he uses that training and uses a crossbow?
It's
So cool.
Fuck it, let's throw it in space.
And let's just call it Halo.
Space, the final frontier.
Oh.
Do,
So we'll call it Zelda
You did-
Universe.
oh my god.
Zelda Universe. Anyway, another big Zelda news. They're doing a HD, I gotta say HD remix, HD remake of Wind Waker,
Woo!
Yay.
I'm so pumped.
not Majora's Mask.
I'm kind of, yeah, that's kind of like a pimp slap to the face. Like, yeah, we can do that. That's what
Hey
Nintendo
fans,
To be honest, I'd rather have Wind Waker remade. Not
You know,
I would
yeah,
as
but
well.
everyone wants Majora's Mask.
I'm gonna be.
I
Here's
don't like
here's where it's
Majora's
at
Mask,
for
so
me.
fuck it.
Well, you guys are in the minority for
As-
sure,
as
so
far-
it's alright.
As far as HD games go, I think Wind Waker would be the game that looks way better in HD, just because on the GameCube version there wasn't a lot they could do with the sea, the Great Sea. There was enough to know where you were going, but you really couldn't see everything. And I mean, it's a sea, so you should be able to see most things, I think, if you look in pretty much any direction.
The
Also,
ocean's gonna be really cool if we can see
Well,
underwater.
the thing is, I
but-
hope they do. See, for those who don't know, in Wind Waker they cut 2 dungeons out to get it out. They didn't finish it in time. I'm hoping they add those 2 dungeons back in. I really do.
They could.
Because the Great Sea is very empty in some places, and that's due to those dungeons being removed.
Yeah.
DLC content, or DLC, sorry.
Yeah.
Wind Waker Master Quest.
You get 2 more dungeons!
Yeah, screw it. Make
That'd
him
be
right-handed.
cool. It did feel like some of those items were just kind of thrown at you. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I read that up, that they actually had to cut 2 dungeons completely, which is interesting, because if you think about it, there's 7 dungeons, and Ocarina of Time there was 9.
Interesting.
So,
In
yeah, that was
Majora's
just-
Mask, there was 4. What game would you rather have remade?
I'd rather have Wind Waker.
Yeah, I like the
Nah.
more dungeons, thank you.
Are you including Ganon's Castle as like the 9th dungeon?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so. I was always
Because then
told
there's
there was
also
9.
the 2 dungeons like that.
The
that
well
aren't like full
and the,
dungeons.
in the ice place.
Yeah.
Mini
I don't know.
mountains.
I was always told there was 9 in Ocarina of Time. That's just what I've always gone off of.
I would include Ganon's shower. That doesn't. I don't know if that really counts.
No, it doesn't count because it sucks.
Yeah, but it's got a start, it's got a dungeon item, it's got a dungeon key, and it's got a boss.
No, it doesn't have any keys. It has a boss key, no
It
dungeon.
has keys, if I remember. Yeah, it's a boss key.
Yeah, no
It
dungeon
has keys.
No. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, it
Sorry.
I
does.
was gonna say, wait a minute, that one
Sorry.
actually, that one. The
Sorry.
only thing I don't think it has is a map and a
I
compass. does it?
forgot those little trial
No, it does not.
areas counted
Yeah.
as
And it
Ganon's tower
shouldn't.
for some reason.
Ganon's castle shouldn't have a map. He's like, you don't get no help.
Think you can get through my tower with help? Why
I'm
am I
gonna,
going
I'm
to
gonna
help
give you golden gauntlets though.
You should have been like, haha, here's the letter, go find the gauntlets. Not here. Trollololololol.
He should just put one of those blocks in front of the room guarding the gauntlets.
Oh,
What about a Zelda that has multiple endings?
As long as they start out and claim what is canon.
Yeah, I was
Fine.
gonna say there's so many issues with the timeline as it is. Do we really need
Like, I
multiple
meant like a
endings?
more sense of a choice in the game.
I think it'd be interesting, like, if you go, like, you only get, like, one playthrough of it, right? But you can die or whatever, but you only get, like, one chance. And if you do, like, there's a first part of a quest, a second part of a quest, and a third part of a quest, right? You only get to the second part of the quest if you do the first part of the quest right. So you get the first ending, and then you get the second ending, and then you get the third ending if you go even further. So kind of like the way that the timeline actually works, like, you know how from Ocarina of Time it's split into when Link defeats Ganon as an adult, when Link doesn't defeat Ganon at all, and when Link defeats Ganon as a child, kind of have like all those things intertwined. So obviously you'd have like the first timeline would probably be Link doesn't beat Ganon.
I think they need a game to tie all of them together. Make the split timeline go back to one.
No, because
Yes,
that's not. They
please.
can't do that. You can't do that. Time is you can't really have one.
Oh, we are not getting.
Let's
into a
move
time
on to
paradox.
something
yeah,
else,
yeah,
please.
yeah. You can't.
we
That's,
could be
Time
at Zelda forever.
So, so since we since we wasted a lot of time here, just really quick, they're working on a like a spiritual successor to Xenoblade. What's SMT? What's that?
What? You want to talk about Xenoblade? Screw you. It looks awesome.
Suck my tits.
I actually have what SMT is. It's Shin Megami
Hey,
Tensei.
What the fuck is that?
Cross Fire Emblem. It
Oh,
looks
you
to
just
be-
got scolded by the entire RPG community. You can't talk anymore.
yeah,
Well, I don't give a fuck about that.
never, ever,
Oh,
ever,
boy.
ever played SMT, whatever the shit it's called.
It's
Neither
not.
have I,
It's
but-
you have it because it's a bunch of different games in it, like Persona's in it.
Never played it.
Digital Devil Saga is in
Catherine is
it.
technically in it.
Huh?
Catherine's in it.
Yeah, they make a bunch of stuff. It's not like one game.
Okay, so a bunch of RPGs I've probably never ever played. Gotcha.
Nope. So who knows what this game will be? I don't think it'll be like a fighter.
No,
It'll
they
probably
said
be
it's
a
an RPG. They said
Huh?
it's an RPG.
It is an RPG?
Yep.
Strategy?
They just said it's an RPG.
Okay.
They just came out and said it will be an RPG.
It'd be
Oh,
cool
like
if it was like
recently?
a real
Yeah.
action RPG
Okay.
where like everything
Look.
was live and everything. Kind of like what's that game that Odin plays on his channel? The one.
Tales of the
Oh,
Abyss?
Tales of the Abyss?
Yeah, no, I knew it was Tales of the Abyss. I was just being a dick. that one game with the kid with the red hair.
Yeah. Xenoblade looks cool, by the way, Helf, so screw you.
It does. I actually need to pick up the first
And
one still.
there's like Gundams.
That was sick when he got in the mech. It just started flying around. I was like, oh, that's gonna be
Okay,
awesome.
there's Gundams in there? Okay. I'm
It
full.
looked really nice. So
Yeah. It was like, look, very, like, okay, we can make really nice graphics.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it looked like.
It's also like I swear the Wii U just came out and said, yeah, we're the new RPG console. What up?
It's not, and it might not be Xenoblade. People are thinking it's gonna be the second one. They just had an X, so that could really be anything. But
Mhm.
people are thinking that's what it is.
I'm gonna
made
sound
by the
really
same
stupid
people.
for this, but at the end I thought that dude was the guy from Sin and Punishment.
Oh,
It's...
it's pretty cool.
All right. Also, the wonderful 101, which was what was that called originally? Like
So
Project
excited.
P100 or
Yeah,
something.
I'm actually excited for this game.
It looks like Pikmin.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Looks
It's
like
Pikmin with
with Beautiful
superheroes.
Joe. It's like Beautiful Joe and Pikmin had a baby.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
voice actor even
That is their
seemed like
love
it was
child.
Beautiful Joe. Like the main dude who was voice acting during the
It looks like it just looks Joey.
yeah, all the cartoon like
Joey.
HD cartoony stuff too. I don't
Just
know. I'm
like
not.
the superhero outfits and stuff.
It looks kind of neat, but I mean,
F you, I want a game to play. I'll take it.
you want to game? When does it come out?
Hopefully within
Who
the next
knows?
3
Doesn't
months.
even have
It's supposed
cover
to
art,
come
so I
before
don't
within
think
the
we
summer.
have an idea of when it's coming out.
Well, it said it's within the release lineup with Pikmin 3, so it's got to be before June.
So before E3. So
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool and everything, and if they added like an online feature, I'd be all over that. But if they don't have the online feature, then I probably won't pick it up because it doesn't look like it's a game that's really, like if I just want to play Pikmin, I'm just gonna play Pikmin. I'll be real. I don't really care about
That's fine.
superheroes.
It might. You don't know if it's like that.
But that's
Yeah, remember, you take your heroes. It's not just like spam heroes to attack. It's more like, all right, I take my heroes and I craft them into a giant sword. Each of my heroes has their own special ability. So I craft them into a giant sword, and depending on how I craft it, depends on what it does. Or I turn them into a gun. They all have their own sense of quirky humors. The enemies they seem to be giant bosses. You're able to roam through the city. I don't know. I mean, you could say, yeah, it's a Pikmin-like game, but it's not like I'm Olimar with all these heroes and just chucking my superheroes at them.
still, I don't know.
It's not the main concept.
It looks interesting, and it looks fresh, and it looks unique. But maybe I'm just not ready for that kind of change yet.
Okay.
Stubborn.
But there's also 2 games that you didn't put on our list, but Pikmin 3,
Like I said, other stuff I'm probably
Yeah,
missing.
I'm gonna tackle the one that I'm highly anticipate out of all of these that wasn't mentioned. New Yoshi game. Woo!
Yeah, that. I
I'm
forgot to
so
put that
excited.
on. Yoshi's Epic Yarn.
Yeah.
What's its?
Please don't
Did
call
it? Did it get a release name or anything?
No,
Like,
no, it hasn't. It
No.
just says it's a new Yoshi games in production. I don't think we're gonna see it. We'll probably see more at E3. I bet we'll get an actual title at E3. But
What if they do just like, it's just Yoshi's Epic Yarn.
I would cry. I'd be like, no.
Well, it'd be
Yoshi
kinda
tried
cool
to
go
eat
into
things
an
one
epic-
day. It's even the same story.
Yoshi's in stitches.
Yoshi tried to eat things one day, and then he
I
ate
still
something.
think it'd be cool to have like a bunch of different Nintendo series get yarnified.
Yeah.
Like-
Super Smash Bros. Yarn.
No.
Metroid yarn, Mario yarn, Zelda yarn.
Hey, if somebody wants to go, I'm hoping, and I know you guys are telling me otherwise, I'm hoping it's a little bit more difficult than Kirby's Epic Yarn. Because Epic Yarn, I
In
slept through.
terms,
See, here's
in
what
terms
really,
of just playing through it, it'll be easy as
here's what really disappointed me though, is that you're going around and just collecting the same damn beads from Kirby's Epic Yarn. So I was hoping like that they would make, if you're going to go with like the beads, at least make them in the shapes of fruit. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be pretty cool if they do
We
that.
just saw a little bit of footage. We don't know anything from
Right, they
it.
could have been beta footage. I do like the idea though that Yoshi ate somebody and then he became whole. Did you see that? How he
Yeah.
starts out like a yarnified Yoshi and then he also becomes like a Sackboy style Yoshi. I really like that.
So how come Yoshi can eat people but Kirby couldn't? What the heck?
I don't know.
Kirby
lost his touch.
sucks.
They had the whole reasoning behind that and stuff.
I just want to say
But-
one thing about the graphics. They looked for a yarn game. Sorry, for a yarn game, they looked pretty damn fantastic.
Yeah. And this is what I'm liking about the Wii U because they put a very powerful graphics card into it and not a very powerful CPU. You're going to get a lot more of these. 2D games are going to flourish on this dang system. I mean, granted, the others I'm going to guarantee are going to have more powerful graphics cards. But they got one with a high memory bank, so it's going to be pretty freaking sweet to see all these 2D games on there.
Well, I mean, looking at that one area where they have the camera like right in front of Yoshi, and it's like kind of a sunset area, you can see like the trees and the leaves kind of like moving, and then you can see like the shades of everything as if it was actually like a sunset kind of, like it's not the shadows, it wasn't like too dark like it would be during like a daytime scenario, right? It was kind of like a little bit lighter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was really, really neat. I guess this is really the only thing I can say is it was really, really neat.
So, and what's the other game that we missed? I heard we
Pikmin
missed
3
two.
and one more. Pikmin 3.
Bayonetta too.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2.
Oh yeah, a little bit of Bayonetta too.
So
Gotta pick up the first one.
yeah, that was we were talking about
I
that.
played it.
I heard the last boss was really hard. So I imagine with
insane.
Bayonetta 2, they're probably going to stay with the hard boss fights, which I really don't have a problem with. I like hard boss fights.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find anything on this next category.
What, the THQ liquidation?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find out who bought who.
While you're looking for that, just by the way, nobody apparently, from an article that I read, nobody bought Darksiders from one of their one of THQ's IPs.
Yeah.
So Platinum Games is looking into purchasing it.
Please do. Please. Oh my god, they would destroy the crap out of that.
I
All
got
they
it.
said is that they'll purchase it for the right price.
Right.
But anyway, something else to add to Nintendo Direct is that we didn't get this announcement, but Japan did. Is that Earthbound is coming to the Virtual Console?
Oh yeah, they're okay. That is big, but the whole thing is they're doing a. How many months is it?
It's a 6-month. Okay, so
Yeah,
in celebration of the Famicom's 30th anniversary, they're doing they want to release the Virtual Console for the Wii U, which is awesome. And what they want to do is for the next 6 months until July, they're going to release a game for 30 days at the price of 30 cents, which is an amazing discount, especially since some of these games are Super Nintendo games. And for those who haven't bought off the Virtual Console, Super Nintendo games are $8. So
Yeah.
it's
Or
a
$9,
significant
depending
Right,
if they're
right.
imports.
Right. So the first month we get Balloon Fight. I did pick this up. It's pretty awesome. Just a side note, you can on the new emulator you can do button remapping, you can get save states, you can set on the fly, and you get Miiverse integration, and you can play on the gamepad. So that's what you pay for. I'll explain that a little bit. Then you get Balloon Fight. You get next month is going to be F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. Then you're going to get Punch Out for the NES. Then you're going to get Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Then you're going to get Super Metroid, which is the one I'm super pumped for. Then you get Yoshi, and then Donkey Kong. Both of those are on the NES. So you can get those, pick those up for 30 cents a pop.
Notice no Mario, because they want their money-grubbing monies for the Mario games.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, but I would buy them all. I would.
yeah, I'm going to buy them all because it's going to be it's only $1, like $1.80 for all of them. Why would I not? And so it's interesting because then they also announced that you're going to be able to port all your Wii games up to the Wii U, like get a Wii U version of it.
But you
in
have to
order
pay
to
money.
do this, you have to pay $1 for each NES game that you upport and $1.50 for each Super Nintendo.
And they
It should be
haven't-
noted that N64 is not N64, Genesis, the TurboGrafx 16, the Neo Geo Collection. All of those haven't been announced yet. They're working on the library to port them up, and they also said that they're adding Game Boy Advance games to the Virtual Console of the Wii U, which is
Why that isn't on
the
the
3DS.
3DS?
I'm expecting an announcement of that come E3, but we'll see. So it's interesting in that there's been some tiffs over the pricing, but there's a lot of people who are kind of meh about it, like whatever, I don't have to pay for it, so it doesn't really matter.
I can't really see Sega Genesis being too much more than Super Nintendo, or if any at all more.
Well, they are the same prices on Virtual Console,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to give a prediction, and I talked to Blue about this, and he agrees that N64 games are going to be $2 to transfer.
Seems reasonable.
I mean, it just makes sense that they went up 50 cents from NES to SNES, so probably another 50.
They could really charge anything they
I'm
wanted to be
expecting
honest.
GameCube downloads eventually. Down the road.
Yeah, that'll probably happen too, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So That's the next big thing they announced at Nintendo Direct. And the Virtual Console will be released it's going to be released right after the spring update, which I should mention at the Wii U updates for those who have a Wii U, that they're releasing an update in the spring and in the summer, and each one's going to incrementally increase the speed of the OS. And with the spring one comes the Virtual Console, and for right now they're giving what's known as a trial period where you can test out the new Virtual Console with the new games that are coming out within the coming months. That's why they're doing that. So. Alright, so we can move on to the THQ liquidation now, so we can keep moving forward.
Yeah, that gave you some more time, Odin.
Yeah, I found it. We're good. I got it. I did my job. So if you don't know, THQ, one of the biggest game-making companies, went bankrupt. And all of their stuff was auctioned off, all their different brands, their names, and a bunch of different companies got them. So I'm just going to get into who got what, and maybe talk about it for a bit. Company of Heroes and Warhammer 40K, the developer of those, Relic Entertainment, they're going to be going to Sega. Saints Row developer and the developer of Metro series, they're going to Koch Media, Deep Silver. I'm not sure what they've done. I feel like I know, but it's not coming to mind. Anyone?
No.
Nope. I can't say I've ever heard of it. Probably some RPG thing if you've heard of it.
No. Homefront is going to Crytek.
Wow.
Which is interesting that they're picking that one up.
Yeah, that is really interesting. I didn't know the developers of Crysis picked up anything other than shooters. Wow, okay.
Homefront is a shooter,
Is
isn't
it?
it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a first-person shooter.
Oh, okay, now I know what game we're talking about. Thought it was the other one.
THQ Montreal and the South Park license, so the Stick of Truth or whatever it's called.
Stick of Destiny.
Yeah. What
I
was
thought it
it?
was called the Stick of Truth.
No, it's Stick of Destiny. The owners of South Park tried to get their IP back by telling THQ that you cannot sell it because you don't own the rights to it. THQ has said, "Fuck you guys, we do have the rights to it." So now they're in a legal battle with them.
But anyway, they're going to Ubisoft.
Why
makes sense.
fight that? Why fight that? No, that doesn't make sense to me. Oh,
It's like, we're gonna go from a worse developer to a better developer.
No,
We're
I
gonna
think
complain.
I think the point is that they don't want someone just to grab the IP and then just start using it and then not pay them any money.
You know, Ubisoft has really come up from third in terms of games.
I thought they've always made good games.
Yeah, man, I don't
Yeah,
know
but
what
as
you're
a
talking about.
reason, they seem to be more on top of the game business.
Well, that's because
than-
they've shown they care. You know, they're not necessarily money grubbing completely.
Well,
I'm not saying
yeah,
they
hold
still
up.
are, but they're not nearly as bad as Activision and EA. And everyone's going,
Or
"Hi,
Capcom.
Ubisoft, what's up?"
Don't forget about Microsoft. Can't forget
Oh
about
yeah,
those
yeah.
people.
No, that's something that I was meaning to talk about. Yeah, Activision has, or not Activision. What the fuck am I talking about? Atari has filed for bankruptcy.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It's not because they are in bankruptcy. It's because a couple years ago they got bought out by this French company, so it became their parent company. So Atari USA is trying to get out from under them, so they just declared bankruptcy.
Can you just declare it random?
Yeah, Chapter 11.
Yeah.
So now they're selling off all their assets.
Huh.
So they're like,
Anyway.
fuck the French!
Still more. So a game called Evolve, which was in development by the people who made Left 4 Dead, Turtle Rock Studios.
Wait, I thought
They're
Valve
going-
made that.
Huh?
Didn't Valve make that?
You mean Dead
Well,
Island?
No, it's
Left 4
says-
Dead
oh,
is Valve.
I was gonna say Left 4 Dead is Valve. That's a typo.
It's Dead Island.
Or not? No, that's this PC Gamer did that. I knew that. I remember seeing Dead Island.
Yeah, Dead Island is the one that's being
Yeah, I knew
bought.
there's something up with that. I didn't say right. I didn't feel right saying that. They're
Just for
going
the
to
record.
Take-Two Interactive. What Take-Two? Take-Two made
Take-Two
Kingdoms of-
owns. Grand
Kingdoms
Theft Auto.
Amalur, I believe.
They own Grand Theft Auto. They own.
What?
Okay, I should make that state. Take-Two owns 2K Games and Rockstar.
Okay.
Oh, I thought they made Kingdom Salamander. That's
They
EA,
might-
but I
they
feel
might-
like Take-Two was under them.
Possibly. It could have
No,
been co-op.
some number. It was like big one or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Take-Two is a huge... It's
Yeah,
a name
yeah.
that's never thrown around with the big three, but it still holds a lot of power, in my opinion.
Now, this article I'm reading was on the 24th, so I don't know if anything else has changed yet, but I guess the people who made Darksiders Vigil games, they haven't been sold off yet. They might have at this point.
No, that's what Helf was talking about earlier with the Platinum games, looking at picking them up.
The WWE franchise still hasn't been...
No, EA picked them up.
Oh, did they?
Oh my God, EA, stop it.
EA owns everything.
Any sports game, yeah.
They bought wrestling now. They bought wrestling!
Oh, Lord.
It's technically a sport. Just
And,
depends on
and they
which one
didn't
you're
buy the
talking
game,
about.
they just bought the license to use the name now.
Right.
They're fucking,
About
they're
as much
so
of the sport
gay.
as
Oh
Dragon
my
Ball Z
God.
is.
I'm gonna shoot myself
No.
in
There's
the
an
head.
actual sport wrestling, and then there's that bullshit that Odin likes to watch.
Shut up. They're good games.
They're good. They're good soap
WWE 13
operas.
is great.
Soap operas, you mean? It's soap operas with fighting.
Yeah, that's
So-
what it is.
There are
Soap
video
operas.
games,
Soap-
okay? Video games are fake as they are, okay?
So-
So what does it matter?
So
No,
so
Ode. They're giving you crap for the TV series.
Well-
The video game series, I can accept on the standards that's fine.
Well,
You like to
regardless,
play
I
and beat
still
the crap
like
out of 'em.
watching wrestling on TV, and you know a lot of other people do too. I know what it is, but it's still entertainment. That's why it's entertainment.
it's a soap opera that's scrap.
TV
solved
shows
by-
are entertainment. They're fake. You watch them. Difference. None.
I don't know. I watch the Food Network.
I don't know. I watched the Super Bowl. I'm assuming that's real.
Shut
Yeah, I
up.
don't know, man. So,
I watch a lot
Sometimes
of
I
Discovery
feel the
Channel, too.
NFL's rigged.
Laces out.
I'd understand you more if I watched more soap operas.
But I don't because I'm straight.
Okay, moving on.
Odin
We're
likes
not
his
getting
daily
into
dose
this.
of drama.
Chris, just turn on the TV and start watching Days of Our Lives. And just be like, I feel like Odin now.
Oh wow, this looks
Yes.
like that story
Okay,
John Cena was
stop.
telling last
Elf,
week.
you know what Days of Our Lives are? Yeah, probably because you watch it all the time.
I don't even know what that show is.
with what TV, right?
Oh,
Oh,
Low blow.
what
Low
fury
blow.
have I unleashed?
So you get.
Low blow.
gonna throw
Okay,
down.
we gotta get
Alright,
moving
alright,
on here.
let's
'cause
separate
I don't-
this.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
we'll
that
have to
was
get
awful.
going.
Break it
soon.
up, boys. Break it up.
Alright.
Aren't you glad we got 2 new people on our podcast? Woo!
That means it's gonna be like 3 times as long. Woo!
Okay, Luigi's Mansion. It's gonna have online multiplayer. Yay!
Online co-op multiplayer. I'm so excited.
That's actually really cool. Is it gonna have the mode where there's a soap opera as well?
Oh, shut up. Anyways, but I don't know if there's going to be competitive. They just announced the Hunter mode, which is basically you get to go online and you get to clear rooms with buddies
So
online.
is it like Metroid Hunters?
This
No.
would explain the whole multiple mansions thing.
Well, yeah, it's basically you go through from floor to floor trying to clear room to room. And so you have to work together to get as far as you can. And I'm really stoked for it because it's like Nintendo first party online. What's going
I
on?
know, that's
here?
why I said it was a big thing because it's Nintendo, but it's like, whatever,
Out of all
everyone
things to
else has
step
done
out
this
with,
already.
Why Luigi's Mansion though?
But they gotta start because it's their first major game of 2013 coming out.
I suppose.
I mean, really. I mean, maybe they're taking 2013 as the year they're finally like,
Yo, let's get
We're
our
stepping
shit
into
together.
the
We've been
online.
fucking around too much.
Yeah, co-op is the big thing. There has been a lot of first-party, like Kid Icarus had competitive multiplayer. Mario Kart, obviously. Mario Tennis,
Smash
the
Bros.
newest one. Smash Bros. So it's not like they haven't done first-party multiplayer online. It's just the whole co-op thing that's the big deal.
and I feel Nintendo's co-op is always the best co-op. I've always enjoyed their co-op the most, if that makes sense. So that's why I think it's kind of irked all of us that Nintendo hasn't stepped into the realm of online yet. It's just like, please.
Yeah, because I wanted to
please.
see that on New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Right.
And that didn't happen. Then I wanted to see it on Donkey Kong Country Returns, and that didn't happen. And, you know, I guess that's retro, But still, it's Nintendo.
Well, hopefully,
before we do move on to the next one, I just want to let you know I have one more thing I want to talk about. Whenever we get to it.
We're getting to it.
Yeah.
I think we're done with Luigi's Mansion.
I don't know, are we?
Mm-hmm.
There's not much to talk about.
Yeah, it's just online. Yeah, I'm
I have
kind
it pre-ordered.
Big deal.
I have it pre-ordered. It's a big deal.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm just going to touch upon this briefly. It's something I read up on the other day, and I know maybe one of you are going to be interested, but I'm going to say it anyway, and one of you won't. But a new Sonic game is rumored to be announced in the coming week.
Yay.
By February.
Oh, they're notorious for dropping a new Sonic game on what's known as Sonic Tuesday.
And no, Hedgehog, that's in June.
Oh.
No,
okay.
it's called Hedgehog Day. It's a Groundhog's Day pun.
Yeah.
It's
That's clever.
February 2nd. Anyway, there's a few rumored details. I just want to know what you guys think on this. So, multiple playable characters, 20 stages of 3 acts apiece, Unleash/Color/Generations gameplay in terms of 3D Sonic, multiple exits for every stage, some isolated to specific characters, Wii U, PC, 360, PS3, 3DS, and Vita, fall/winter 2013 release, and console, PC, and Vita versions identical for graphics, and 3DS is similar in idea but smaller in scope.
I think what it sounds like is we're probably going to see a Generations 2.
No, they said it's not happening.
Nope.
No?
They came out and vocally said
Okay,
that
we're
was
going
a
to see
one-time
Sonic
thing.
13 then.
Reboot the series again! Sonic the Hedgehog!
Nah, Sonic's
Same
some good
title.
feet now.
It sounds cool. Kind of sounds like Mario World, how you're making it sound.
Mm-hmm. I like the
Whole
idea.
multiple exits thing. Yeah, sounds good.
That's what
Sounds like a
I
game,
wouldn't
so
mind
that's
having
cool.
like Sonic, Shadow, and Tails and Knuckles playable or something.
Mhm.
Just those
Yeah,
four.
just
Yeah.
those four. The other characters are usually freaking annoying.
What about Silver? And
No.
Hey,
and
let's move
Amy?
on. How's Gears of
No.
War
Big the
doing for
Cat.
everyone?
what
Big the
about
Cat.
Big the Cat?
No.
The
Gears of War 3 is the thing we've been playing a lot
except me.
lately. Except Helf, because he has a lamp. And
Or no lamp, depending on how you look at it.
Judgment is coming out in March, right?
Mhm.
So let's just talk about it a bit, because this whole... Our podcast started with us talking about Gears of War 3.
There was a trailer, a new trailer that came out. I watched it.
So I think it's a big part of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Epic, you suck.
So first off, who's getting Judgment?
I will, but I don't know if
Up in
I'm
the
gonna get
air.
it right away.
Like,
I'm
I'm
not
getting
getting
it.
it yet.
I'm getting it. Just, I don't know if it's going to
TM's getting it.
day
It's
one.
pretty obvious.
No, I don't know if it's going
But
to be
I
day
don't
one.
know. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. I don't know. Gears of War 3's been a lot of fun. I don't see a reason to switch. Like, I know they have a new mode in Judgment that's essentially combining the Horde mode and Beast mode, which you're on one side and you face the other. That's what it sounds like anyway.
That's kind of here's
That
here's
sounds
my question then.
really
is
cool.
that the way that's gonna work is gonna be like a point system, and if you use so many points in a round as a team, like as a whole, then you guys are kind of SOL if you lose, or like.
I don't know.
Let them figure that out.
Well, they could do
I
it
don't
Left
know,
4
it
Dead
sounds
style, where
cool.
Left 4 Dead they had to get from point A to point B, and you could have 4 people play as the humans and 4 people play as the special monsters, and you just get unlimited special or a certain amount of special monsters you can use at a time, and then you just try and kill the human players. I mean, it could be how this would work.
So no berserkers, right?
Oh no, maybe on wave 10 you can. Get
Yeah,
one or
with
two of
10,
them.
you might get a choice to be a boss or
Right.
something.
Okay.
My major issue... Oh, telephone. My major issue, though, with the Gears of War Judgment is, as I keep seeing it, the more in the back of my head says, expansion pack. Expansion pack.
Yeah, this could have been a thing.
Well, I look at it...
It's like Ultimate, right?
Right, it's like... It looks like Gears of War 3. It seems to flow.
It looks
Gears
like
of
a
War 3.
3.5.
Right. It doesn't feel like I'm jumping anywhere. Like 1 to 2, massive difference. 2 to 3, massive difference. 3 to Judgment, a few new features, a few new enemies, some guns I don't think should even be in the game because of linearity, but it's a game, so what does it matter? I do like the 3-star system they're adding into missions, and the fact that you can find extra missions in the levels. That's pretty cool. But other than that, they're not adding anything.
I know.
I'm just kind of like, my issue is I cared about Dom and Marcus. I don't really care. I do care about Baird and Cole.
Baird and
but I
Cole
don't
are
care as
freaking
much.
hilarious. You can shut
Right.
up. They're like
But
hilarious.
They're hilarious, but I don't really care about Baird. Baird's a dick. I don't really like Baird.
Baird's a dick, but Cole's hilarious.
Cole is the man. I'll give you that. But if it was like just Cole, then maybe it'd be a different story. But Baird's there.
Well,
and I
you
just
learn
don't
to like
Baird.
Baird a little bit more in the third game.
Right. Yeah, he's actually pretty cool. I actually do like him. So, but I mean, it just is I don't have as much invested, if I should say, with those two as I do with Marcus.
It's because you never
Or,
played as him, really.
Yeah. I mean, you don't play as them in 1 or 2, really. I don't think ever, unless you play multiplayer. And in 3, you finally can. And it's not like they're bad characters; they play all the same. But I do like the personality in 3 of them, so it did make me like them even
The
more.
4
in
of them
3.
together are so good.
Yeah.
They're so
And
good.
they are the perfect, like, each one holds their own little traits in the group. So, I mean, so
And-
Judgment TV's like,
The best part about them is their conversations in the middle of everything. They just have some of the best conversations you'll ever hear.
I think my favorite one is where Baird's like, he's talking about the emulsion in the,
First game.
when you're just coming, in the first game, when you're just coming up on it, and he's like, damn, that's a lot of money. That was my favorite thing from Cole. I was like, yeah!
I liked when they were in the sewers in the first one.
You know how they meet him? Oh, how's it like down there? Oh, shut the fuck up. It smells like shit. Oh my god, I feel like watching this after this.
Yeah, they do have some classic
I feel like I could
moments.
watch
in
a few
Gears.
good dialogue portions.
I think Gears of War 1 had a lot of funny moments. Gears of War 2 was a bit more serious, because Gears of War 1 was kind of like testing something out, like trying something new, and kind of
Gears of War
building like
1's
a
so
foundation.
Gears
What?
of War 1's art style is really gritty.
I know.
So they kind of needed that humor to just pull you out of that grittiness, because you can't just sit and grit the whole time. And 2,
Yeah.
they lightened it up a bit, but then they made the story like super serious. And it was just like, whoa. 3, I think 3's like, it takes the humor from 1 and takes the seriousness of 2.
I'm gonna be honest,
Blends them
3 is my
perfectly
favorite.
Oh, it
I'll
is.
be
3
right back, guys.
is
Right?
the best, by far. Campaign-wise, gameplay-wise. And
Yeah,
the
it
story's
was-
pretty
it
good,
was-
too.
Well, I haven't played the story yet.
Well, you'll play the campaign and be like, this one, it's the perfect
Well, we
meld
need
of
to
the
play
2
that.
together.
Yeah. We need to play that, exactly.
So,
That needs to happen.
We probably should.
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
should.
I
Maybe,
agree.
possibly record it. There's a possibility of that.
Hint.
Hint, hint. Spoiler alert.
And put it on a certain group website we all have.
Spoiler
Anyways.
alert.
So, well, since Odin took a step out for a second, we'll just push this forward. The coming soon section is pretty much dried up. There's only one major title, and it's even
I
not
feel
a
like
major
the
title.
coming soon this week is a raisin.
Well, is it
Just
this
a
week
single
only?
raisin, not a box, a single raisin.
Because I was gonna say coming soon. There's a bunch of games I know.
Well,
in
no, we
February.
do
We
it
go
week by
1
week.
week ahead.
So,
Okay.
because
Right.
imagine you do it week by week, because we'll come out next week and we'll talk about what's coming up that next week. We'll talk about it then,
Wait,
Just talk about it as
whoa,
it come
so hold up. Next week meaning like
From now
Next Tuesday.
till Sunday. No, till Sunday.
yeah. So February 2nd, isn't there a game
Hey,
that comes out on
guys.
the 2nd? What?
I don't want to interrupt. I have to. I unfortunately do have to leave.
Okay.
I would like to say that I'm excited for Xenoblade. The new one. You'll get into that, I'm sure, later.
Okay.
That's my top one.
Okay. All right. So favorite moment, Xenoblade.
Yeah.
What do you think about Hitman HD? Meh. Don't care, right?
Whatever.
Okay. So just remember to
All
save.
right.
Remember to save. Send it to me on Drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So it's
Yep.
been fun.
See you later.
Till next time. Bottoms up.
Bye.
And that's been our first early dip.
And it's perfectly fine. We roll. So, anyways, yeah. In the coming soon, we just talked about in the next week. So normally it's from Tuesday to Tuesday because we do it in the middle of the week. Today's kind of Saturday, so if we were to walk up to Tuesday, there's only Hitman HD Trilogy coming out. That's what I mentioned to Bowden. And none of us really care about this game. I mean, it's not that Hitman's a bad series. None of us are just invested in it. Would I love to pick up the trilogy personally? Yeah, but
I liked, I never really paid attention to the story or anything of Hitman, but, I played it as, a kid, and it's really badass. It is badass as hell. I don't remember which one I played. Might have been Hitman 2. Basically, all you get off the bat, in the beginning of the missions, for the most part, is fiber optic wire and friggin' a pistol with a silencer on it. And then you kind of pick shit up as you go, and it's you can either do things stealthy and make the game easy on you, or you can make it friggin' Call of Duty run and gun. So
Metal Gear.
Exactly. It's really, really cool like that. But the only real difference is it's not like Metal Gear, because I don't think you can hide and stuff.
I did it in Metal Gear a lot. I did a lot of running and gunning because I got really impatient.
Yeah. See, Hitman is you got that option. It's kind of you can go one way or you can go another way. Do you want to take your time or do you want to be impatient as hell? That's really what it's at. And I'm fine with that. I don't mind it. I think it was Hitman 2. I'm just going to assume that I was playing Hitman 2. Was really good. The other thing that was really cool was just you know how when you press up on the analog stick and normally it's that's your run? You press it up fully. You have to press a button to get him to run. If you press up on the control stick fully, he just walks around.
It's like Altair.
Exactly, and that's just so. It's not even like Altair though. It's a different kind of walk. He's always in a suit and everything, and he's bald, and it's just it's ridiculously epic. If there's something I can talk about atmosphere, Hitman 2 definitely gives some sort of atmosphere with just the character walking. It's ridiculous.
It's just I'm gonna F you up.
Exactly.
Kind of
the way he walks is he's about to just go about murdering somebody. So, I mean, I don't really care about the HD trilogy. It'd probably be something I should look into. I mean, I'm not gonna say don't go about doing it. I just never really had too much experience with Hitman, but based off Hitman 2, I would probably go about picking it up. I would definitely give it a good thinking. I would definitely recommend probably going about trying to pick it up if you can, if you have that kind of money to pick it up. If not, I don't think it's really that big. I don't think it's necessary for any kind of collection you're building.
So, you or Helf or TM, you got anything to say about this?
No.
I watched my brother play Hitman. Yeah, I watched my brother play Hitman. That was about it. I couldn't really get into it personally, so. Alright, so we'll move into our final segment of the podcast, the top one. Odin already mentioned his, but our segment is our favorite announcement out of the Nintendo Direct, which is what we talked a pretty large chunk of today about. Even though I'd say we actually talked a lot about everything. But our favorite announcement on the Nintendo Direct, Odin's was, he said Xenoblade, because it's another gorgeous RPG, and probably another reason why he'd probably want to pick up a Wii U. For me, personally, my favorite would be the Yoshi or the Wind Waker. I'm stuck between the two, but if I have to lead, it's probably the Yoshi, just because I'm used to seeing Zelda games. I haven't seen a new Yoshi game in 15 years. I want to see a freaking new one. So, that's just me. TM, you got a favorite?
Probably Wind Waker, because it took me by surprise. It was completely random, and there was no hints to it before the Direct happened. You do know how you're before E3, a day or two before, they're oh, rumored this was going to be announced, Halo 4, when that was announced a couple years ago. It was already alluded to, and no one was all surprised. And since this one was just very personal from Nintendo, it's you didn't see half the stuff coming. So probably Wind Waker, because that one was a surprise.
Well, I wasn't, for me though, as far as surprises or anything go, I don't know. I wasn't too surprised about anything. I mean, I heard about the new Zelda, and I figured they were going to be making a remake. I didn't know what remake. I figured probably.
Well, I guarantee you, I don't care what Edu says. Majora's Mask is still being remade.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. 100%.
And it's going to be for the 3DS.
Probably.
Right?
I don't
the
doubt
fact
that
that
for a
they
second.
announced Wind Waker first, maybe a slap to some people's face. But I really think the Wii
I
U
think Nintendo's just trying
needs
to be a
way
troll.
more support right now
Yeah.
than the 3DS does, because the 3DS is on fire at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think they did it more for the sake of the Wii U rather than.
I can't remember a Nintendo console being as successful as the 3DS is at the moment.
Well,
In
the
terms
Wii
of
was right off
quality,
the.
in terms of quality games punching out every once, not.
It's like
so
every
far
2
between.
months almost.
Yeah, it's like we just had Paper Mario, we had Kid Icarus earlier last year, we had Resident Evil, Mario Kart and 3D Land were a couple years ago, late, and then what else have we gotten? God, I'd have to go over there and look, but I've gotten so many games for it, and so many more than I originally had with DS.
I don't know what they did with this system. I don't know how they're killing the Vita as is. I really don't.
Well, the
because-
Vita doesn't have anything like worth getting.
Right, that's what I'm saying, Health. Is what I'm saying is that the Vita isn't getting the software. Why is the 3DS? What is Nintendo doing differently on this one versus the other one?
Better game.
Well, Sony kind of just
Mechanics, I guess.
put it out there and left it to rot.
Well, they aren't. Well, they've put some games out onto it, and they've made blunder after blunder on it, which makes me sad. There's a few good collective games on it, but
They need to put out their exclusives, like a Gears of War or Metal Gear Solid,
first off,
or
there's no Gears of War. That's impossible.
or not
That's
Gears of War.
Microsoft.
My God, my bad. I'm such an idiot. God of War. God of War is what I meant to say. Why did I say Gears? Oh my God, that's what I got. That's how tired I am. God of War. I meant God of War. They need to get their own exclusives on there for sure. They need God of War. Like a Grand Theft Auto would be pretty decent too.
That's when the PSP picked up. Was when the new God of Wars came out. When they started getting Ratchet and Clank, and they started getting all these-
and I remember my friends when they came to school with their PSPs, they were playing like Need for Speed and stuff. They need to bring those things to the PSP. Like what the heck?
I don't know. Many people feel that the handheld console's dying due to phones, and I would agree that there is a large chunk being bitten off of due to the phones and all that.
Yeah,
But I don't get it. People keep crying that the 3DS is a failure, right? But
How?
it has sold almost 30 million units in less than 2 years.
I think
How is that failing?
It's ripping up the sales charts left and right.
I think
They
it's just
said
fine.
it's a failure. They said nobody's making money off it. Nobody's doing this. Well, Nintendo's obviously making money off it because they're making hardware sales off it. You know?
Like
Alright.
in the last quarter of the year, they had 2 solid games in Mario Bros. 2 and Paper Mario, and then 2 months from now we get Luigi's Mansion. I mean,
And Animal Crossing, which is it sold 1.2 million copies in the first week in Japan. In Japan,
Jesus
of all places.
Christ!
That game tore it rose to be the
Well,
fastest
I mean,
selling
you
in
also
Japan.
have to keep in mind that that's kind of like Japan's thing, though, right?
No, it isn't. See, Animal Crossing has never been that huge in Japan. Like,
Really?
It's been big. It was never that big. I don't know what they did with this one that caught the eye. I think it's in Japan. There's a lot more female gamers, and as I know through my girlfriend, a lot of females like Animal Crossing. It's kind of every
Every
It's an
female
everything
likes
kinda
Animal
game.
Crossing.
right. It's
I talk
cutesy.
to
It's got
girls
that
who go to
cutesy-
bars and stuff. It's like, oh, have you played games? Oh yeah, I used to play Animal Crossing. Is that really a game? Does that count?
Yeah,
No,
it's
I had an
amazing.
example of this last night. It's like, oh, I play a game. I play Call of Duty. Oh, you do? You're a gamer then, right? No.
Right, but,
Or like
but Animal Crossing to me is an amazing game. I
Animal
have
Crossing.
enjoyed so many hours into that game. Like, I picked it up thinking it was going to be the dumbest thing God put on earth, and I fell in love. So,
See,
I'm
here's the thing: is
excited
that
for it.
whenever I saw Animal Crossing, only the commercials for the GameCube, it was like, this game plays when you're not playing. I was like, I don't want that. What if I show up and like someone hijack my house?
The other thing that I would say is
I can't,
another
like,
girl
walk in and
game
like,
is
"Bitch, get out here."
Harvest Moon, and Animal Crossing. Both those
Yeah.
are girl games.
my girlfriend loves both of them. And trust me, for Christmas, my father picked my girlfriend's name on a hat. They just released a new Harvest Moon game. My girlfriend didn't know about it, and I made my dad get it that game. And she blew up when she got it.
She's like, holy
Hello.
fucking new Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon! Holy
LOL,
shit!
Odin likes Harvest Moon.
I love Harvest Moon. I'll admit it. I've played it. It's enjoyable. I actually have.
I haven't played really got into it. I tried.
It's a good mix of an RPG and Animal Crossing.
And Farmville, of course.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, what was your favorite moment, though? You never really did say.
Yeah, I know. I'm really torn. Like, I don't want to be like the guy who's like, "Oh, everything was good," but like, I was really torn between like 3 things that I was kind of stoked for. I mentioned this while in call watching the Nintendo Direct with Blue and Odin. Sorry. Bayonetta 2. I'm really glad Nintendo took that baby over. I really am. I think it's going to be pretty badass. I don't know why people are like, "Oh, why Nintendo? Why only Nintendo?" And I'm going to say, fuck you. Nintendo touches everything and turns it into gold, pretty much. So,
well, it was gold to start with. Nobody bought it. The hardcore fans loved it. Guess what? Hardcore fans, thank Nintendo for publishing a second game because it wasn't happening without them.
Exactly. So I mean,
it's like the 3DS or there was like a picture on the internet that I saw. It was like Miyamoto and Iwata standing next to the DS or 3DS, and there was just money shooting out of it. It's like, it prints money.
yeah.
So that's literally what happens whenever Nintendo like touches an IP. It's like, it prints money.
Yep, it's true, man. I'm telling you, Nintendo, they don't really, when they take something and they like put time and effort into it and actually like take it into its own, and they're like, hey, let us feed you for a little bit.
Okay, what else are you
It
torn
always turns out good.
Seriously, you take it forever.
I know, and then obviously the other 2 would be Smash Bros. And 2014.
They just said, hey.
2000. Yeah, but I still can be stoked on a new Smash
Well, the
Brothers
fact that
game.
they said that they actually announced that it's coming to E3 this year is exciting because we didn't know. Are we going to see it this E3, right? We all wanted to see it.
Yeah, I was thinking that
this
E3 was going to just
and then
end up blowing.
2014 Zelda. None of these were really a surprise. Like I said, Bayonetta 2, Smash Bros, and Zelda 2014. No surprise, but to hear them and actually know that it's not rumors now is a good thing for me. So that's a reason to be hyped.
Alright, Health. What's your last one? What's yours?
I was really hyped about I'm really excited about Wind Waker because I never got to play it, and I would really like to experience that. And the other thing I was excited about was, just like Chris, I was excited about Super Smash because, in all honesty, I was thinking that this E3 was just going to be just going to end up blowing because I didn't think they were going to be like.
I didn't even think last year blew that hard.
No, it didn't blow.
I got a surprise of Nintendo Land, which we all made fun of at the time. I ended up loving the hell out of that game. So,
I think.
But here's the thing: I thought it was going to be like, okay, we still got all this shit in development. We don't really have much to talk about. Buy our shit.
The thing we argued last year is that they just kind of did the entire conference in reverse. Started with the biggest thing that they wanted to announce, Pikmin 3, and then worked to Nintendo Land. Like, that didn't make
So I
sense.
have to say, I liked how Miyamoto came out.
Yeah, that's funny. That was great. But he should have came out at the end of the conference to do this.
they just had their timing off. You know.
With the way that they paced the Nintendo Direct, though, that was done very, 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 very beautifully. Zelda right at the end.
So
Because they knew people were going to shit bricks at it.
Just one tiny thing before the end of the podcast I want to bring up. I know it isn't something that was announced, but it's been showing up a lot lately with Nintendo that I want to hear you guys' opinions on. So Nintendo has finally embraced renting out their IPs to other developers. You know, they finally have come out doing that. With the Fire Emblem and Shinigami Tensei. With Donkey Kong leaving it. They've had, who else is doing it? Platinum Games. Metroid's gone out. What do you guys think of Nintendo finally fully... Right, the Super Smash Bros. With Namco. What do you think with Nintendo moving forward? And this is actually something I'm going to post on I would like as a topic on the forum for somebody to discuss. And that's BOTemzUp.webs.com. We have a nice forums there. Come check it out. And please leave a comment on it on what you think it's going to be. I'll make that either probably tomorrow. But
Bottoms Up, the home of news, reviews, and everything you can abuse.
Okay. I hate that.
Anyways.
Please don't ever say that.
Anyways, Nintendo is starting to outsource more of their IPs. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys like that idea? Do you guys like?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's helping them. I think it's working.
I don't.
think they're
Okay, hold
doing
up
it
though.
strategically smart.
As long as it sticks to within their own console, I don't think they should be giving Mario out to like PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. They're like giving it to Capcom. They're giving it to Namco Bandai. They're starting to, say, here, can you help us with this game, right? We'll pay you for compensation. Can you help us develop it, Give us some ideas. You're better at fighting games. Help us improve our fighting games, and we'll give you a cut of the share, right? That's basically what they've done with the Namco Bandai. Like, look, you make Tekken. Tekken's a really popular series.
Heck, we'll let you throw in a character, probably.
Yeah, let's throw in a character. Let's get us it together. Let's make a partnership,
Let's get Pac-Man. Let's get Pac-Man and Heihachi again.
I mean,
no, they won't use Heihachi. They'll probably use, like, Kazuya. That would be the only thing.
It's going to be Pac-Man or Tails of this guy.
Dude, if you get Pac-Man in Smash Bros., I'm sold. Just
hold
on its own.
What about a Tekken character? They gotta have at least a Tekken
I'm not a
character.
huge Tekken fan, so it's not.
Man, they gotta have one though.
But
here's the thing. But here's the thing: is that I'm really
Heihachi was, but what about Kazuya? Kazuya wasn't.
Who cares?
Kazuya would make sense because he's got like wings and he can fly and stuff.
I don't think they're actually gonna put in any actual fighters, because that's not what Smash Bros is actually about.
Not fighting.
It's about characters who are iconic and represent Nintendo or Namco or Sega or Konami or whatever, and put them in all in one big mishmash fighter and just see them go at it.
This is the best example of what Smash Bros. Really is. It's like getting all the Nintendo characters, taking them to a bar, get them absolutely wasted, and just having a bar brawl. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just going to start flying.
It obviously had to be started by Princess Peach because somebody got jealous.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, but it's that kind of scenario, where it's not very proper. It's just go. Just go at it. Or wherever you can go. Finding whoever you can beat the crap out of.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
But I'm really excited about Nintendo running out their IPs to different places because finally we could probably get an actual Star Fox game. Because it's not like Nintendo's gonna revive it. It's like, oh yeah, that thing.
Oh yeah, we killed him. We let Rare kill it a while ago. Sorry.
And it was only because the character that Rare had going looked kind of like Fox. They're like, oh yeah, make it a Fox, make it a Star Fox game.
I like JonTron's iteration of it. Oh, I see what you got on here. You got a fox. We got a fox. He's like, you cocky little freak. That's how you make a game.
That was just kind of an interesting thing that I noticed. That's a vibe with the Nintendo Direct also was the outsourcing and getting third party more involved. It's odd. It's really odd to see.
Miyamoto to do everything.
Right, which is kind of cool. I'm glad that Miyamoto's still there and he's starting to delegate, but you're seeing him move
retired?
On. No, he's not retired. He's still.
He's gonna go till he's dead, bro.
He probably will.
No.
The
reason why I say this is because I remember I heard an announcement that he was planning to retire or something.
He wants to step down. He wants to start doing little projects rather than doing big projects, which is fine. If he wants to do that, grab a bunch of the younger developers and teach them what he does best.
Yeah.
What is the issue?
And really thinking about it, whenever he starts making a small little series or makes something a little small, it always turns out to be something that everybody loves, like Pikmin. It didn't start out big. It was just like, oh yeah, I want to make a little something like this.
I want to make a little game about something that I do on my spare time, which is garden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and look how big it's turned into.
It didn't start out big, but it's gotten big due to
that's what I'm
letting
saying.
it sit and bubble.
So I don't.
You can think
Pikmin's.
Mm-hmm.
Smash Bros is like a Nintendo introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? Before Smash Bros, did you know who Ness was, or Captain Falcon, or the Fire Emblem people?
Nope.
Exactly. Game & Watch. Who the heck was that?
Oh, I knew Game & Watch.
Game & Watch.
I didn't. I had no idea.
Oh, dude! Oh man, we forgot to talk about Game & Wario.
Oh, nah. It's a new WarioWare game.
Yeah, but with Game & Watch. It's like a Game & Watch Wario crossbreed. That's kind of neat.
We can save that for next podcast. We could talk more about that next podcast. So, Alrighty,
like,
guys.
in regards to Wario games, though, just as a little side thing, I don't know. I don't like them very much.
No, I
because
don't
it's-
either. But it's still pretty like it's kind of cool that they're crossbreeding now. Like Wario, like
They are two
Wario
similar
and
style
Game and
games,
Watch.
so.
Yeah,
They
but,
do.
like, why can't Wario like have like a regular outing like he did on the GameCube?
I want Wario Land. Bring me back Wario Land. It was so good. So
Yeah.
good.
Because
Wait,
Wario.
which one was on
lame.
the GameCube? Wario World?
No, it's Wario World.
What'd you think of that?
I loved it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's bring that back.
Is that the one where he's like in a 2D environment collecting coins and stuff?
No, that's
Is-
Wario Land. Wario World was on the GameCube where he's in a 3D environment doing the exact same thing. No. Alright, well. Well, this has officially become yet again the longest podcast.
Duh,
It's going to
this has
officially
to
start
stop.
going 2 hours. No,
The
it's fine.
official.
I like
longest.
this length. We all talk about whatever the frick we want. So it's really nice. We get some
Yeah,
good
like
discussions.
Helf's Lamp.
Right, exactly.
Are you bashing
Why?
Odin in his terms of moving on when he feels the time is right?
No, there's times when we do need to move on and keep it going in a straight path, but it's nice that we can sit and divert and start talking about some topics, because I like the structure, but I like a loose structure, so we could talk about anything that just kind of pops up.
I
Because
felt like
this
we
is-
skimmed over the 3D Mario way too quickly. We didn't have much to say.
Maybe we talk about it more next time. You know, we just bring up more.
I don't know. It's a 3D Mario.
So,
What do you
I
expect?
mean-
Yeah, that's really kind of how
What
it
do
is.
you want
It's
from
3D
it?
Mario.
do you want sunshine?
I want
No, you
64 again. Dang it! I want my open world to explore.
What's wrong with Sunshine? Sunshine's not even that bad.
We can get in this debate next time because I gotta really
Yeah.
wrap this up. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys for listening to this episode of Bottoms Up.
Or watching,
episode
technically.
23. Yeah, or watching episode 23. I like to say, for those who are watching, thank you for watching. Rate, subscribe, do all the good stuff. We all appreciate you listening for 2 hours. For those who have made it and who do listen to this podcast, I hope you do find some enjoyment. In
Odds are a
these
couple
long
people
range-
just said, "Oh, fuck this."
Yeah,
Just
right.
left.
I hope you like the additions. Okay.
There you
Hope you
go.
like the additions of Helf and Shotz. I had to swallow my words on that last one.
Whitney Houston? Whitney Houston,
No,
that's what you should
okay,
say.
Okay, cool. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope we do plan on doing this, as we said last time, more weekly. It's going to start pumping out now pretty regularly now that we have 5 people. You're not going to see all 5 of us usually in one podcast, and when you do, it's going to be these long podcasts. I mean, the more people you add, the more opinions you get, the more topics that are just going to randomly pop up. So, thank
So
you guys for
probably like
listening. We
E3.
really appreciate it. Huh?
So it's probably like an E3 conference.
Right, E3 is going to be huge. We probably do something live for that one. So, anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching, and we should see you guys next time on episode 24, where I don't know what's going to go on that week. So, I've been Blueblazingdemon.
I've been TM Sonic.
Helfinator.
I've been the Shouts.
And we're Bottoms Up. Thank you guys for
What-
listening.
See you later.
What happened to Odin?
LOL Odin.